Now it's time for the second game of our special Saturday NFL triple-header between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. So let's join that broadcast already in progress.
At any point the entire year, and it's a field goal for Cleveland at the start.
And it's a good confidence builder for the Browns. That's a 14-play drive, taking up over 7 minutes. So that's holding on to the ball, control, and I've liked both teams already with their offensive play calling. Again, no real downfield passing yet, but enough variations to kind of keep the defenses on their heels a bit.
We'd like to welcome those of you just joining us who were listening to that classic Colts-Vikings game. The Vikings came back from 33 down, beat the Colts 39-36 in overtime. Along with Mike Golick, I'm John Sadak. We're here in Cleveland, Ohio, where the Browns just got the first points of the game. 3-zip, 14-10 to go second quarter. For our Westwood One affiliates airing the broadcast, commercial position number 9 will be next. But you touched on it there. 14 plays, 64 yards, nearly 8 minutes eaten up on that drive.
Yeah, a good drive for the Browns, who again, mathematically aren't eliminated yet, just clinging to, but it doesn't look like a playoff team. Where Baltimore tied with Cincinnati, but they beat Cincinnati once. They'll play again the last week of the season. But it just feels like Cincinnati's starting to hit their stride a little bit. They got Jamar Chase back a week or two ago. Baltimore, last 2 wins were by 1 point and 2 points. Again, there's no style points in the NFL. We don't have the College Football Playoff Committee ranking anybody. A win is a win. Just get it and move on, right, which they've done. But you got to wonder, with Lamar Jackson out, how much time is he going to miss? They're obviously a big difference from winning your division and having that home game to being a wild card and dropping down and going on the road.
And you mentioned the narrow nature of the recent games. It was a 1-point finish against Denver. Tyler Huntley, who's got the start again today at quarterback, had the lone touchdown as the game winner in that game. What have you thought of him in the early stage today?
Listen, I'm a Tyler Huntley fan. I think he's a quality backup, especially for this team. Whenever and you try and get a backup that can run the same system where you don't want to have to change things when your backup quarterback goes in. You certainly don't have to do that with Tyler.
Now the Browns ready to kick left to right. Cade York to handle the kickoff duties. Devin Duvernay was a first-team All-Pro and a Pro Bowl return man last year. He does have a kick return for touchdown this year, 103-yarder. That came against Miami in Week 2. Now left to right comes the kick on this chilly and somewhat windy evening. So the teed-up football launched in the air. Duvernay takes a half step back and retreat from third deep in his end zone. He sprints it out to the 5, bends and shakes at the 15, makes a man miss, and then the swarm comes and swallows him at around the 17, 18-yard line. And that's where the Raven drive will begin. Later on, we'll select the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Did you know that right now, whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance? Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. Well, the run game has been dominant and prominent on each side. It's 3-0 Cleveland. Infancy of the second quarter. J.K. Dobbins, the deep back, as the Ravens begin a drive at their own 17. Now, Cleveland has seen its linebacking core decimated by injury, but Myles Garrett has had a brilliant year. 12 sacks, third most in the NFL. And a pistol depth is Huntley. Takes the snap, spins, and puts it in the belly of Dobbins, who bursts on through the heart of the defense, and an ankle grab trips him up some. Johnson able to tumble and make that Tony Fields the second, but he is able to earn 12 yards on the tumble and the first.
You talked about Zeitler, the right guard, and Moses, the right tackle, being questionable with injuries this week. That time again, little counteraction. They both pulled from right to left, and they're just a lot of big human beings. And the thing I love about the big old linemen of today, they get downfield and they stay on their feet. They're not just throwing anymore and getting off their feet. They stay on their feet and keep driving.
Pistol depth now. Baltimore from its 30 on first down. Play fake. Huntley on the roll. He's pressured by Fields. Racing to the sideline to get shouldered out of bounds by Grant Delpit. He seemingly had no options downfield.
Well, again, we talked about how when you're running these plays one side and you get the defense to crash, the quarterback pulls, and that's what Huntley did there. Credit Tony Fields. He's playing his position. That's fundamental football. Don't get outflanked, and he was able to take Huntley all the way to the sideline before he got cleaned up.
It's a loss of 3. They mark him out at the 27. Fields in his second career start. Got his first career pick week 13 at Houston. And now empty backfield as Huntley works solo. They go 5 wide trips to the near left. On second down, pats the football, fire over the middle, off the hands of Mark Andrews. That was a bullet. Deion Jones got hands in from behind and helped to pry it free before he could clutch it. 3rd and 14.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know you're going to go to Mark Andrews. He's a leading receiver on this team, one of the best tight ends in the game, looking to set the franchise record the next time he can get 100 yards. I don't know if the game like today is going to be that type of game for them, but usually very, very reliable tight end.
Well, third down and called it 13. Baltimore from its own 27. It's 3-0 Cleveland. 12:44, clock frozen here in the second quarter. Shotgun snap. In motion out Hill. And a little shovel pass to Hill. Sprints up the 30, gets a block 35. Man on his back, he tumbles over the 40. And they're going to spot him at the 41. He gets 15 and a first down on the shovel.
What an excellent play call. What you have is ends just getting in that stance and flying to the quarterback. So they go flying upfield, and that little shuffle pass is right there underneath with a ton of room between the D end and the D tackle because they're so far up the field.
That's a big conversion on 3rd and 13 plus. Well, the Ravens with a fresh set of downs market at the 41. Dobbins, the deep back, shotgun, bunch trips to the right. They motion a man to the near side. That's Deshaun Jackson. Delayed handoff goes to Dobbins. He makes a man miss, veers upfield. And there's Tony Fields the second again. Lassos him at around the 46, gets 5, 2nd and 5.
Just talking about one blocker after another. This time it was Ricard again blocking Alex Wright. I mean, with these backs, they're not getting touched to the second level. It's a great job up front, a great scheme. Not a lot of straight up blocking, a lot of pulling, blocking on shoulders, kicking guys out, and giving big room for the backs.
Play calls from Greg Roman, product of Division III John Carroll in Ohio. Well, Huntley out of the pistol. Dobbins recess behind him. 2nd and 5. Receiver motion Duvernay. Huntley, short drop. Dangerous pass, nearly picked. Is that caught? Yes, at the 50-yard line. Greg Newsome was right on the back of Jackson, who somehow brought it in clean. And now there's a conversation. Is it a catch?
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Well, referee Brad Allen stepped in, and after a short chat, incomplete.
It was interesting. The Baltimore offense was getting ready to sprint to the line. If the referee said the call on the field was complete, they were getting to the line to try and run a play before it could go to review, knowing that it was an incomplete pass.
Now, we have seen each quarterback in the limited passes so far offer some real BB whip throws.
Yeah, and all short ones, too. Again, you're waiting for someone to take a shot down the field. It hasn't happened yet. All been quick, short throws.
And 3rd down and 5. Ravens at their own 45. They're 1 for 2 on 3rd down. Huntley out of the gun, calls for motion. Jackson wasn't sure where to go. He bends outside right. Press coverage shown on the outside. 3rd and 5. 4-man rush. Pocket holds. Huntley pumps. He flicks it out one-on-one up the right sideline. Jackson makes the caught, backpedaling out of bounds. Martin Emerson Jr. was closest in coverage. 4th down, punt unit on.
And you talked about Emerson leading the team in pass breakups. Again, he didn't look back for the ball, but he bodied the receiver and knew the receiver was out of bounds and it wasn't going to be a complete pass. So a nice job, kind of doing that basketball thing, just body as a defender. Really nice job in coverage.
He established legal guarding position.
There you go. There you go. That's it.
So Jordan Stout ready to punt. Donovan Peoples-Jones return man at his own 10. Right-footed kick in the air. Stout was questionable with the knee this week. Fair catch wave made at the 14, make it about the 13 and a half, and that's where the Browns will begin this possession. While there's a break in the action, let's give our local stations a chance for a message. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
What up, everybody? This is Brandon Marshall. Tune in to I Am Athlete tonight, weeknights from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Every day in our communities, when we come together, extending hands of compassion, service, and hope to those who need it most. For over 100 years, the American Legion has been strengthening communities across our nation by providing life-saving help and support to our veterans and neighbors during times like we're facing today. It's what the Legion's all about. From blood drives to distributing food, from responding to emergencies and protecting the most vulnerable among us, our mission is making America's communities stronger.
We are one family, and therefore, we care.
We are the American Legion, veterans strengthening America. To learn how you can help, visit legion.org.
It's the biggest spectacle in the world of sports, and no one is bringing you closer to the World Cup final than SiriusXM. Argentina star Lionel Messi is one of the best to ever play the game.
Lionel Messi! That is what he does!
But despite all of the accolades, one trophy has eluded him: the World Cup.
He's denigrated as a failure for his national team, and that to me is a criminal accusation.
France striker Kylian Mbappe stands on the precipice of becoming the youngest player to win 2 World Cups since the legendary Pele.
Put the cross in, Mbappe! In off the post!
I look at Mbappe, I think he goes on to become one of the greatest players of all time.
It's Messi's last dance at the World Cup, but when the music stops, will he be holding the trophy, or will Mbappe be crowned the king of a French dynasty?
For everybody listening right now, do not cheat yourself out of not watching this final.
The World Cup final, Argentina against France, Sunday morning at 10 Eastern on Fox Sports 83 with pre- and post-game coverage on SiriusXM FC 157.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every
NFL broadcast streamed live for free. Get all the action on the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free. Get you back on the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. 41-yard punt. Cleveland begins the drive at its own 13-yard line. As Deshaun Watson, who's 8 of 10 passing, 58 yards, works out of the gun. Nick Chubb, 4 carries, 11 yards, sidecar to his left. Snap of the far left hash, he takes it, 5-step drop, flings it out a little long for Chubb. He tried to stretch out the hands, but got bumped by Tyus Bowser, and the pass flutters down incomplete.
Yeah, that one you want to put a little more on the money. Did hit him in the hand, so, at the end of the day, you'd like to make the catch. As we said, Deshaun Watson, just his 3rd game back as Kevin Stefanski's trying to see what he has here in his 3rd year as a head coach. He's a coach of the year, his 1st year here. Before here, 14 seasons at Minnesota, so it'll be interesting after the game what he thinks of his former team now with the greatest comeback of all time.
Yeah, what a tone setter today. 3-0 Cleveland, 2nd down and 10. Browns from their own 13. Peoples-Jones in motion. Handoff goes to Chubb, exploring the left side, and he has no room. Brent Urban latches onto him and rips him down at the 12. That'll be a loss of a yard. And at the advent of this drive, the two numbers are eerily similar, Mike. Cleveland, 2 drives, possession for 9.5 minutes. Baltimore, 2 drives, possession for 9.5 minutes, each at 17 plays apiece.
Yeah, and there's not going to be a ton of drives in this game the way it's going right now. And now we got, 3rd and long, so it's going to test this quarterback and Deshaun Watson and trying to, again, get back into his groove.
3rd down at 11. Cleveland from its own 12. Motion from Amari Cooper. Watson takes the snap out of the gun, rolling to his right. He flings it out as a flag comes. Kareem Hunt, the catch at the 10. Runs out of the first grab, but gets tamed at the 15. Justin Houston got him there. It's only a gain of 3. There is laundry on the landscape.
Quick rush on the outside. You wonder if the defender got grabbed as he was going by. Great job of turning the corner.
Holding. Offense number 72. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
You're exactly right. Yelda Froholt, the center. Well, the Browns do get penalized some. 5th most penalty yards per game in the NFL. 7th most total flags. And now it'll be Bojorquez to punt. Ravens have their return man, Devin Duvernay, at his own 35, edging toward the near left hash. Bojorquez to punt left to right. 3-0 Browns. A little more than 10 minutes to go, 2nd quarter. Clean snap. And the left-footed kick launched in the air. Not great distance, but excellent hang time. And a late fair catch wave at about the 38, ripped in there by Duvernay. So 46-yard punt, no chance at a return. As we have a 3-0 game. The Browns on top of the Ravens. As we have 9:57 to go in the 2nd quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Fellas, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Introducing the Gillette Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer, a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Show your pubic region some respect with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get.
Hurry into Ram Power Days and experience the raw power of the Ram 3500. With available best-in-class torque and towing among 350 3500 pickups when properly equipped. Strap yourself in for one powerful ride in the Ram TRX. with the most horsepower of any gas pickup ever built. Or the Ram 1500, awarded #1 in driver appeal among light-duty pickups by J.D. Power 3 years in a row. Hurry into Ram Power Days going on now. For J.D. Power 2022 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
Barbasol Shaving Cream is available in 5 fantastic flavors to customize your close shave. Whether it's original, soothing aloe, or Pacific Rush, there's one for every face. Find your favorite Barbasol today.
Barbasol. Time to check the schedule of games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Coming up later tonight, the Dolphins visit the Bills. Tomorrow evening, it's the Commanders hosting the New York Giants. Monday Night Football in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Rams hit the road to take on the Green Bay Packers. And Thursday night next week, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars at the New York Jets. Did you know Hulu Plus Live TV has over 75 live channels with sports like NFL games? It also now comes with Disney Plus and ESPN Plus. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately. Learn more at Hulu.com.
So I'll give you a quick quiz just because you mentioned his name, unfortunately, on a holding. But Yelda Froholt, the center for the Cleveland Browns, is the second Dane ever drafted in the NFL.
Ooh.
You know the first one.
I knew that he was the first to be invited to the Combine.
Right.
I do not
second
know the
Dane,
first.
Very popular name back in the day. Kicker. Morton Anderson.
Oh, Morton Anderson. Morton Anderson.
I hate to say you're 0 for 1.
We'll try to improve. Play fake. Huntley, who's only had 7 pass attempts so far. Throwback to the near left. Caught by his tight end. No. Mark Andrews had it in his hands, and he got blown up by John Johnson III, and he knocked the ball free as he crashed into him near midfield at the near white sideline.
So that ball just hung in the air too long and gave the defender too much time to come over and make a play on it. Andrews was just like waiting and waiting on the ball, and great job. Great job by the defender coming over and making that play in Johnson.
That's only the second target for Andrews, who you mentioned is their favorite target on the year. Dobbins, the deep back, 2nd down and 10. Baltimore at its own 38. 3-0 Cleveland. Delayed handoff goes to Dobbins. Makes 2 different men miss and a third. And gets shouldered by Carter at the 45. Denzel Ward had the initial contact. He's able to gain 7 as he got low and burst forward.
Well, these guys getting hit and then being able to still go forward is very impressive. He made this from a 2nd and 10 to a 3rd and extremely manageable 3 yards. The playbook is pretty wide open with 3 yards.
He went right through the arm of Grant Delpit and Denzel Ward. So 3rd and 3 at the 45. Ravens just 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Dobbins, the deep back. Huntley works out of the gun. Fullback motion, Ricard to the near left. Shotgun snap, handoff Dobbins. Runs past the first man to the backfield, turns it up, and he gets the first. Nearly to midfield. He gets swallowed up by Perrion Winfrey as he's able to get the necessary yards and move the chains. John Sadak and Mike Golick here in the Grainger broadcast booth. First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Just like football, your business wins with speed. Grainger's fast delivery means industrial supplies and solutions get to you with the speed you need. Call, click Grainger.com or stop by. Well, yard shy of midfield. Edwards subs in out of the pistol on 1st down. Edwards, big hole off the left side to the 50 to 45. It gets violently taken out of bounds by John Johnson III. Staggered off balance after he gained 7, 2nd and 3.
Boy, Ricard's getting a lot of time, getting a lot of great box, as well as the rookie center from Iowa, Tyler Linderbaum, pulling on that one as well and making an excellent block. Linderbaum, I covered him in college, kind of an undersized guy, but an absolute technician and a hell of a high school wrestler. When you're from Iowa, you have to wrestle. That's kind of the thing. But really good wrestler, which really helps you with leverage on the football field.
Well, the rookie right in the teeth of that offensive line. 2nd and 3. Shotgun single back right. Fake the jet sweep. Delayed handoff to look for Edwards, who runs through. A flag is out. He smashed the first hitter at the 40, earns the 35. John Johnson III gets the tackle. It would be a first, but what's the penalty?
I think it's going to be an alignment issue on Baltimore, I believe.
Brad Allen?
Offside. Defense number 94 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Well, I have to say, in my 20-year career calling games, this is the first time I was wrong.
So you're now 999,000 for.
I should say first time wrong today.
Well, it goes on Alex Wright out of UAB, and we haven't seen a true sustained long drive. Even though each team has had chunks of time, it feels like maybe that's in process here.
Oh yeah, I think so. When you start being successful in chunking some of your runs, you're going to get longer drives.
Out of the pistol, 1st and 10 at Cleveland's 35. 3-0 Cleveland. Ravens on the move. Tight end motion and Boyle. Handoff goes to Dobbins. Gets lassoed up high and swung down by Wright. He just was whistled for the penalty, and he silences the running back for a loss of 2 at the 37.
Great job of using his hands against Ronnie Stanley, the left tackle, who has been in and out. Last year he was hurt. He's had ankle issues for a couple of years now. But a great job using hands coming on underneath is what Wright did and makes the play.
He is 6'5", listed at 267. I feel like that's underselling him.
I would agree.
That was a ragdoll move. Well, J.K. Dobbins, sidecar right, 2nd and called at 11. Ball spotted just off the 37. Dobbins goes out wide, 4 on the play clock. Shotgun snap, quick hitter goes to Dobbins, off balance grab, keeps his footing, but then the hit comes from Jordan Konoshik. And he's able to get about 4 to the 33. It'll be 3rd down.
The only issue with those the short passes that are really fast is they need to be on the mark, so you can keep the back or the receiver going right when they catch the ball. That one, Dobbins had to move a little bit and twist around and wasn't able to really run after the catch.
Well, you're looking at about a 50-yard field goal from where the ball is currently spotted. It's 3rd and 8 at the 33.
That's a half kick shot for Tucker. I mean, that's like a wedge.
He has been incredibly clutch. He's also at the edge of history. Slot motion, Duvernay to the far side, puts it on the ground, picks it up on the jet sweep, and then gets hit an ankle grab and yanked down at the 35 by Grant Delpit. From horror to glory to nothing.
Wow. That could have been awful. Then it could have been great, and it turned out to be nothing. Except now a long field goal, probably a 54-yarder for Tucker. Again, the wind is blowing, is at his back, if there is any wind at all. So this is chip shot material for him.
He is tied with Matt Stover for the all-time franchise record, 354 field goal makes.
This will do it if he can make it.
They'll call it 53 yards to try to tie it, right to left on the far right hash. 53-yard attempt from Justin Tucker, the 5-time Pro Bowler. 5:36 to go in the second quarter. Snap, spot, right foot, a kick in the air. It's got distance. It is good. And Tucker deadlocks the game at 3 as he converts from 53. A reminder that for every field goal made this afternoon and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol shaving cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 5:31 to go in the first half, now tied at 3. It's the Browns and the Ravens. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
This is it, the putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
You don't have to bend it like a soccer superstar to hire great talent. Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Post a sponsored job and you'll get instantly matched with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your job description. And you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from Indeed's hiring platform. Get $75 in credit toward your first sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
The 2023 NFL playoffs are almost here. Witness the most exciting part of the season live in person.
Let's go!
14 teams, 12 games, 3 weeks. Don't miss your chance to be part of your team's journey to Super Bowl 57.
Oh my goodness!
Tickets to all playoff games are available now. Take your seat. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase your tickets today.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by the Ram 1500, J.D. Power's most appealing large light-duty pickup 3 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2022 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. The Ravens go 27 yards in 9 plays, consume just under 4.5 minutes. The payoff, a 53-yard field goal make by Justin Tucker that made some history to tie the game at 3.
One of the greatest of all time. He now is the leading, he was last week after making 3 field goals, the leading scorer in franchise history. Now he's passed Matt Stover as 355 made field goals. Should be a walk-in Hall of Famer.
And he launches the kickoff right to left. Jerome Ford lets it shoot over his head. It whistles 2/3 deep into the end zone at the top of the Owen Browns for a touchback. So here we are with 5:31 to go in the first half. It's tied at 3 on this chilly evening. We had some light snowflakes fluttering down, a very gentle sprinkle of snow showers at the game's start. Many fans continue to stand as the orange seats dominate around the 65,000-plus stadium.
And let me tell you, if you're a player, you love this weather. I'll take this over 80, 90 degrees any day of the week. You're out there playing, it's nice and warm, and even though it's 33 degrees, you're feeling pretty comfortable out there.
Receiver motion, Michael Woods, right slot to outside left. Snap on the near right hash out of the gun. Chubb to the right of Watson from the 25. Slings it out to the far left. A twisting grab by Donovan Peoples-Jones, who gets popped by Kyle Hamilton. He left himself a touch prone, but makes the grab at 30. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. It's now 13 passes to 6 runs for Cleveland.
Well, that was that could have been a little dangerous. That was behind him a little bit, with Hamilton right there. Again, those short passes need to be more on the mark to let the receiver be able to run.
Press coverage fades back against Cooper. Handoff goes to Chubb, who turns it up and runs into a hard lick right in the teeth of the defense at around the 35 by Roquan Smith, who has changed this Ravens defense quite a bit after he came over in trade.
He has absolutely been incredible since he arrived in Week 9. 37 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 pass defense, an interception. He's been really fit right into this defense.
3rd down and called it 1 from the 35. Watson late, saddles up under center, takes the snap, handoff to Chubb, explores the left side, turns it up, and he's got hole for the 40, the 45, and a latch on at the 50, drags him down just beyond midfield. Chuck Clark saved a possible touchdown after Chubb earns 18 yards.
How big a run that is. He was following Njoku through the hole, and Njoku had nobody to hit. He was looking for somebody to block, but everybody was blocked, so he just kind of kept running downfield.
He had 13 yards on 6 carries before he burst for 18 there. The ball to the 47 in Ravens territory. Watson works out of the gun, and he audibles. Each hand up to his ear flap. Working single back sidecar left, slot right. He takes the shotgun snap. Handoff goes to Kareem Hunt. He's off the left side. And onto the ankle again. This time is Marcus Williams, the top interception man for the defense. And he tracks him down after he gets 5. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS tomorrow when the Cincinnati Bengals meet the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Tennessee Titans greet the Los Angeles Chargers. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on CBS. Hunt still in, 2nd and 5 at the Raven 42. Tied at 3, Browns on the drive. 3.5 to go before halftime. Watson has an open target, and he slings it to the numbers outside left at around the 33, brought in by Dalen Baldwin, promoted from the practice squad yesterday. In his NFL debut, he gets 10.
Well, that's got to feel nice for Baldwin, undrafted out of Michigan, the rookie getting his first reception. Got to feel good to break the ice there.
Big bodies come in. Calais Campbell, Broderick Washington, starting linemen, had been off. They're in for the Ravens. 1st and 10. Chubb back in. Watson under center. Ball at the Raven. Call it 32. 1st down and 10. Tied at 3. For under center snap. Play fake. Watson loading up. He fires a little tall, and there's a grab again for Baldwin. Left him prone, a bit elevated and behind him. He goes up and gets it, absorbs the hit from Marlon Humphrey as he gets popped after a gain of 15, 1st down.
You look at the little things, and again, the ball out a little late, the ball behind him. So again, a big game, so no complaints there, but you look for the little things to be able to get more.
At the 17 in the red zone, play fake. flick out to the left flat. Bobbled catch by Njoku. Hurdles a man up the left sideline. And he's out of bounds at the 3. That man has ups. He elevates for a first. Marlon Humphrey was duped.
6'4", 246 pounds. Scott Graham did an interview with him during the week, and he talked about how he was a high jumper, and nobody in the track team, the opponents, thought he was a high jumper because he was so big.
Play fake. Watson looking to throw back as nobody open. Fire to the right hash. It's dropped by Njoku. Kyle Hamilton arrived as the ball did and knocked it free. Second and goal at the 4. Tied it 3.
Another good drive by Cleveland. A good mix of pass and run here. I mean, last week, Deshaun Watson threw it 42 times. First game, 22. Second game, 42. Thrown in a decent amount today. Again, one of the top rushing teams in the NFL. But as Deshaun Watson gets more comfortable, boy, that's something great to put into this offense off this great running is the play-action pass.
Second and goal from the 4. Nick Chubb, 12 rushing touchdowns, tying a career high. Second most in the league. East side car right. Watson out of the gun. Handoff goes to Chubb, trying to cut it back up the field. He's got nothing. Gets sandwiched by Tyus Bowser and a few other Ravens. And they yield nothing. In fact, to lose half a yard of the 4.5. And with that, we have reached the 2-minute warning. It is tied at 3, the Browns and the Ravens. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Holiday shopping is exhausting. I hit like 30 stores already. You?
I went to Verizon.
Oh, and?
And that's it.
Seriously?
Seriously. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro on Verizon, plus more Apple gifts like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro. Also on Verizon. A value of up to $1,900.
Seriously?
Yeah. The iPhone 14 Pro is perfect for my teenager. Its new Pro camera system takes amazing pictures, even in low light. She's gonna love it.
So who gets the Apple gifts?
Oh, the Apple gifts? I'm keeping those for myself.
Kind of like a finder's fee?
More like a holiday miracle.
Seriously.
This holiday, get to your Verizon store for their best deal of the year.
A service plan is required for gifts. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with newer upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details. Up to $1,900 value based on iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, and Beats.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Saturday football continues tonight on NFL Network. Next up, a huge AFC East clash in primetime. Tua and the Dolphins square off against Josh Allen and the Bills. It begins at 8 o'clock Eastern. Catch the Saturday night showdown on NFL Network, NFL Plus, and right here on Westwood 1. Learn more, NFL.com/Saturday. Tied at 3, 2 minutes to go until halftime. Browns 3rd and goal at Baltimore's 5. They go empty and spread them out wide. 5 wide, trips to the near right. Hunt is wide out left. He motions into the backfield. Watson out of the gun, snap on the far left hash. Hard cadence, no movement from Baltimore. He takes the snap, he fades back, he pumps, he lobs near right corner. Looking for Njoku, incomplete. Njoku asking for a flag, he will not get it, and it's 4th down. The reluctant field goal trot on for Cleveland.
Yeah, Chuck Clark on the coverage, and no flag on that at all. And that's someone I thought they'd go to. He was the inside man on the trips, and he ends up running all the way out to the corner. That was just good coverage. Good, clean play. Good job by the defense. That's what you want when you get in that position. Hold them to a field goal attempt.
And Cade York is hit from 47. Left to right kick on the far left hash from 23 yards to try to make it a field goal game again. It's currently tied at 3. We wait the snap. Snap clean, spot true. Right-footed kick is in the air, and he drills it. So a second field goal made for Cade York. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. It's the Browns 6, the Ravens 3, 1:52 to go until halftime. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghhelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. I gotta bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
The Russian war in Ukraine is robbing many children of a normal life and their chance to enjoy the festive season like everyone else. To help them, Shazam this song and donate to the Olena Zaleska Foundation. Scroll down, open YouTube video, and follow the link in the description.
Later on, we'll play back the highlight of the game, sponsored by Audible. Audible is where you'll find the best stories on sports and entertainment. It's the home of storytelling. Listen to audiobooks, originals, and podcasts, including The Rich Eisen Show. Sign up for a free 30-day trial, audible.com. We've seen minimal audibles, more predictable play calling on each side. 6-3, Browns with the lead, 1:52 to go until halftime. Each team has 3 timeouts. Cleveland poised to kick left to right. Cade York, after a 23-yard field goal make, launches the football to the right end zone. Rolling to his right, Duvernay shoots out to the 5, to the 10, to 15. Sprints and shuffles to his left, makes a man miss 20, and gets hammered there.
So we've got the Browns have a 14-play drive and an 11-play drive, and each of those ended up with just a field goal. So, they're good drives, but, you're not getting that payoff in the end zone that keeps it, a close game, a one-score game. Given Baltimore here with 1:47 and 3 timeouts, that's all day. That's plenty of time. Again, for a game we talk about moving fast, it's just a little over an hour old. We're almost at halftime.
Well, this has had some pace. Tyler Huntley operates out of the gun. Ravens start a drive at their own 20. Single back left out of the gun. Huntley fire over the middle on a slant look. Grab made by Isaiah Likely. Tumbles forward toward the marker. Tripped up by Ronnie Harrison Jr. They're going to mark him just short of the 30, it looks like.
And they can take their time and they can go with the underneath passes. They're not really rushed at this point. They're not forcing Huntley to throw it just long down the field just yet.
Second down and the short one. Inside give, and the smash by Justice Hill has the first as he earns about 3. Now, by the way, barring a chance for the Browns to have a possession and touchdown, you're now looking at 10 quarters in running for Deshaun Watson with one offensive TD.
Yeah. Again, it's finding his way. It's knocking the rust off. It's going to take some time. He's missed a lot of ball.
Ravens at their 32, playing with tempo here. Huntley out of the gun, rolling to his right, tuck and run. And he slides down as he got close to Grant Delpit. And launches himself down onto the ground at around the 35, picks up 3. So under a minute, what are you thinking about here?
I would be using a timeout right now. You have 3. I'd stop the clock, kind of gather yourself a little bit. A lot of time running off.
They waste about 9 seconds. Shotgun snap, 41 seconds. Throw to the near left, just off the outstretched fingertips of a tumbling Isaiah Likely. Incomplete. Coverage there from Konoshik, and now it's 37. Clock frozen, 39 seconds.
Good coverage that time, but the ball hits the receiver in the hand. Just when you got to help your backup quarterback out, make those plays, make those catches. And I wasn't going to gain a whole lot of yards, but now it is still 3rd and long.
Ravens 2 of 5 on 3rd down. From their own 35, 6-3, Cleveland with the lead. At home against Baltimore. Justice Hill is in at running back. Huntley out of the gun. Snap on the far right hash, driving right to left. 39 seconds. Shotgun snap, 4-man rush. Pocket holds. Huntley flings it out to the far right. Caught near the sideline and a step out of bounds as Ronnie Harrison Jr. was in coverage against the tight end. Likely he's got the first.
Oh, they kept the clock running, though, because he got pushed kind of backwards going out of bounds. Definitely they got to use a timeout here.
So they do burn that TO with 27 seconds. A reminder to stay tuned. The halftime report with Scott Graham. Scott Graham will speak with Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins. They'll preview their matchup against the Bills and look back at that thrilling instant classic in the Colts-Vikings game that made all-time history that heads your way at the half.
So they're not counting a timeout now, and they started the clock. It's down to 19 seconds. We had thought there was a timeout.
And the media timeout person is standing on the field. John Harbaugh seems dumbfounded.
But the referee gave the signal of wind the clock, and it counted down 8 seconds.
So 19 seconds as each team now does an impromptu huddle.
Baltimore, they're first. Please set the clock at 27 seconds.
So it'll go back to 27 seconds.
So still have a couple of timeouts left, so you can still use the middle of the field. But now they're in a position where the ball is going to have to get downfield a little more. Now, they are going, again, right to left here, and that's with the wind. So that leaves you a good spot for one Mr. Justin Tucker to kick a nice long field goal.
Jadeveon Clowney, by the way, we see on the telecast is being escorted by athletic trainers back to the locker room. The Ravens on 1st down and 10, 27 seconds before halftime. Baltimore at its own 44. Cleveland leads 6-3. Justin Tucker is hit from 53 today, from 66 in his career. Tyler Huntley out of the gun. High snap, fading back. Backside pressure comes, blown dead. Whistles blare. And there's a flag down to the 40.
So Justin Tucker obviously has a career long in the NFL record of 66 yards. So that would mean the ball need to get to about the 40.
Prior to the snap. Delay a game. Offense.
That's going the wrong way.
1st down.
They can get to about the 48-yard line of Cleveland. That'll be right around a 66-yarder. And again, it would be with the wind. And John Harbaugh has no qualms about sending Justin Tucker out there for a long field goal.
Well, now it's Huntley, the backup QB, far right hash shotgun. Takes the snap, flings it out near left, short and incomplete as Denzel Ward blanketed Devin Duvernay. 24 seconds, 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, that play's just not working, whether it's dropping the ball or the pass being off. That's, asking a lot for the accuracy to come in with the backup quarterback. I think, I'm still surprised Mark Andrews hasn't been used more, just 2 targets, no receptions. He's a guy you'd love in the middle of the field because you have timeout, so you can do that. You don't have to, that 2-yard pass to the outside when you're draped in coverage is a waste. It's getting you a couple of yards. You'd have to burn a timeout.
2nd down and 15. Baltimore from its own 39. Shotgun snap. Huntley, 3-step drop. Flings it far right. Caught at the 45. Held like a loaf of bread by DeMarcus Robinson, one left hand. And his forward progress halted by Martin Emerson Jr. Double teamed with Greg Newsome the second. So he gets silenced at the 45. It'll be 3rd down and 9. And looks like another timeout here with 18 seconds.
So again, they still have one more timeout. That means the entire field is available to you. And they're in the area of, about 7 yards short of the spot I said you need for that 66-yard field goal. But need a little more than that, obviously, for a 1st down to keep this drive going.
And later on, we'll select the player of the game, sponsored by Wendy's with a Peppermint Frosty. Time to enjoy yourself. This holiday is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're basically made for relaxing. So when it's Frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
I'll do that.
Yes.
I'm all for that.
You would do it even in the chill of this, right?
I get a triple and a Frosty. That was kind of my go-to. Ooh. Actually, when I'm wrong, it was a triple, a single, and a Frosty.
And by the way, there was outstanding coconut cake to be had before the game today.
That was all over that. Yeah. I didn't want to, but I felt to be nice to those people who put it out. I shouldn't try it.
Yeah. You gotta.
I don't want to be rude.
Indulge to be polite.
Yeah, that went along with a couple of brats as well.
That's why I went with the second slice.
Yeah, good for you.
So 3rd down and 9. Ravens at their own 45, armed with 1 timeout. Cleveland has 3. It's a 6-3 Cleveland lead. Now just about everyone standing, especially in the lower bowl, as Tucker continues to loosen, getting ready on the sidelines. He's already reset the Ravens' all-time franchise record for field goal makes.
You could see, listen, let's see how many yards they gain. You could see another attempt to break his own record, depending on the amount of yards he gains here, or they gain here on 3rd down.
So each team has been distinctive in its style today. Total yardage just goes to Baltimore, 146 to 141, as we have seconds left in this second quarter. But for Baltimore, it's done it mostly on the ground. 98 yards rushing. It's been just about the exact inverse for Cleveland with 98 yards passing.
Time of possession just about the same. Cleveland definitely passing a little more than I thought, but again, that may be the comfort level of Deshaun Watson in the play-action pass working well.
The copyright of today's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. So Justin Tucker, 66-yard field goal, set the record. 3rd down and 9. Ravens at their own 45, 1 timeout, down 6-3, empty. Huntley out of the gun, far right hash. Takes the snap, they stun up front. Huntley pats the ball, he flings it out near left. It's caught at the 40. The tight end, Mark Andrews, stiff arms Grant Delpit and veers out of bounds as they hit the big play up the left sideline for 20 yards there in field goal range.
Finally gets his first reception. Nice little deep out route. And Huntley lays the ball out there beautifully over one defensive back and in front of another. Well done.
And now they could get a little greedy. They're at the Cleveland 36, 1 timeout, 12 seconds. Huntley out of the gun. Justice Hill is subbed in. And the fake to Hill, it's a keeper right up the left hash. Tripped up at the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5. 5 seconds. And they'll let it drip and then call the timeout with Tucker waiting. He is standing a few strides onto the field.
And I understand that call. Make it safe. Don't try anything dangerous down the field because you're not going to get a touchdown. This is well within Justin Tucker's range. So safe play. Make sure you keep possession. Get your 3 points. Try and tie this thing up before you go to half.
Do you freeze him with a timeout? Does that mean anything to him?
Can you freeze Justin Tucker? Maybe you do it for appearance sake. Like right. I'm trying to freeze the kicker. You know, you can't take your timeouts home, so go ahead, give it a shot. I don't think it's going to matter.
Well, this will be Justin Tucker from the near hash, right to left kick from 48 yards to try to tie it 2 seconds before halftime. 48-yard try out of the hold of the punter, Jordan Stout. Nick Moore, the snapper. Snap clean, spot good, right-footed kick in the air. It's got distance, and it's no good.
Wow.
He misses wide left. And Justin Tucker, who's about as automatic and clutch as they come, misses on a field goal as the Browns have the halftime lead 6-3. That's the end of the first half. Cleveland 6, Baltimore 3. When we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from our Progressive Insurance Studios with a halftime report. For a job you'll love, visit progressive.com/careers today. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
Welcome back to our special Saturday NFL triple header on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Progressive Insurance gives you protection on the phone, online, or on the app 24/7 because things happen 24/7. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Cleveland a 6-3 lead in a field goal game going on in our second game of our triple header. Game number 3 is coming up when this one is done, and it promises to be a frosty evening, no doubt, when Miami takes on the Bills in Buffalo. Now, it's a Dolphins team that's lost games back-to-back coming in. I talked with Tyreek Hill this week, who's on a potentially record-setting pace this year, and I asked him about his teammates being ready for prime time and a game of this magnitude.
Every game to us is important. You know, we know Buffalo is a great team, a great divisional team, a great rivalry. We're going to take on this week like we would do any other week, and that is to prepare to win. You know, so we are looking forward to the challenge and very excited for it, you know, because in the long run, you know, we're going to get better from like facing teams like Buffalo with a real good offense, real good defense, who's a very well-rounded team.
As you look at them on film, and you've seen them once before, what do you see from this team defensively?
Oh, man, these guys still fly to the ball. These guys still are fundamentally sound. These guys are well coached, and they got playmakers all over that defense. And it's going to be a fun game to watch. That's why the NFL flexes Saturday night, because they know it's going to be a fun game to watch.
I tell you what, you're in a situation with this team right now where you are getting all kinds of targets. You're putting up incredible numbers. One of the things I thought it was really interesting to read that you said was that this year you understand football now better than you ever have. Tell me about that.
Well, the longer you play and the more games that you play, you become quite familiar with players and defensive coordinators and just schemes. I feel like I was able to come away to leave Kansas City and learn a lot from a multitude of great minds, whether it's Coach Reed, Eric Bieniemy, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, you know, all of those guys. And now coming over here to Miami, you know, I'm able to be like the veteran guy to help the younger guys in our room also. So, like, the game has slowed down a lot for me, man. Like, now it's like me going against one guy when I was year 1, year 2, year 3. I'm trying to figure out the defense. Is it cover 2? Is it cover 4? Is it man? Like, I didn't know none of that, you know? I mean, and maybe like you can just blame it on me being new to the position because I played running back in college, you know, but no excuses though.
You mentioned earlier about everything that you learned in Kansas City, and you became a star in Kansas City. Now you're a Miami Dolphin, and you are setting the world afire. Heard about some of the things that you said about why it was time to leave Kansas City and move on. Was it hard to leave that behind?
I mean, yeah, of course, man. Because if you think about it, Kansas City is where my life started. You know, it's where the opportunity, you know, really began for me, and it really opened up this door, what I have right now. I mean, without Kansas City, without those fans, without the coaching staff, you know, without John Dorsey believing in who I was as a person, bringing me in, I wouldn't be where I am today. You know, so I really just want to say I'm thankful that God, you know, has blessed me, blessed my family, for allowing me to just inspire just everybody. Yeah, man, it was definitely tough for me to leave that situation. But my mom always told me, man, you can't mix business and feelings, you know, together. So you got to be able to make some grown man decisions, you know, because I got kids, I got people that depend on me every day. So it is what it is.
Tyreek Hill and the Miami Dolphins trying to break their losing streak. The Buffalo Bills trying to wrap up a playoff spot. That's the third game in our triple header. It's coming up when this one is done. Our halftime score in Cleveland right now, the Browns 6, the Baltimore Ravens 3. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Mental Health Radio, a brand new channel on SiriusXM, is for the moments when life is hard, for when you're dealing with a challenge that seems overwhelming, for when you need support and hope. Bringing NYU Langone Health's leading psychologists and psychiatrists to you, Mental Health Radio can help you navigate difficulties like anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and more.
We're facing a crisis right now. We want to be here to help you.
Mental Health Radio, your 24/7 resource for advice and support. Available now on the SXM app.
Merry Christmas, baby. The soulful spirit of the season is Holiday Soul. This Christmas. With R&B Christmas classics from back in the day. Holiday Soul, on now through Christmas Day. Listen anytime and anywhere on the SXM app. Included in all trials and popular plans.
It's the biggest spectacle in the world of sports, and no one is bringing you closer to the World Cup final than SiriusXM. Argentina star Lionel Messi is one of the best to ever play the game.
Lionel Messi, that is what he does!
But despite all of the accolades, one trophy has eluded him, the World Cup.
He's denigrated as a failure for his national team, and that to me is a criminal accusation.
France striker Kylian Mbappe stands on the precipice of becoming the youngest player to win 2 World Cups since the legendary Pele.
Put the cross in, Mbappe, in off the post!
I look at Mbappe, I think he goes on to become one of the greatest players of all time.
It's Messi's last dance at the World Cup, but when the music stops, will he be holding the trophy, or will Mbappe be crowned the king of a French dynasty?
For everybody listening right now, do not cheat yourself out of not watching this final.
The World Cup final, Argentina against France, Sunday morning at 10 Eastern on Fox Sports 83 with pre- and post-game coverage on SiriusXM FC 157.
Pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the National Football League.
This is Tom Byrne. As the sports night gets started, tune into my show, Mad Dog Sports Radio tonight for live updates on the evening's biggest games. Every Wednesday through Saturday night, Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
It is halftime right now in Cleveland. Browns leading by 3. This is game 2 of a triple header. Game 1, trust me, is one they're going to be talking about for years to come. Indianapolis, a big underdog going into Minnesota today as the Vikings trying to wrap up the division title, and Indianapolis led 33-0 at halftime. They got a blocked punt for a touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown. So the Vikings had to try to come back, which they did, chopping down the tree little by little. And with under 2.5 minutes left to go in the football game, they had an opportunity to get even. It's time for the audible highlight of the game.
Cousins takes the shotgun snap, back to pass, quick throw, left side, caught by Cook along the numbers 40, 45, cuts right 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, Cook to the 20, cuts left 15, down to the 10, inside the 5, diving in the end zone, touchdown Minnesota, touchdown Vikings, Dalvin Cook goes all the way, and Minnesota is within 2, unbelievable. Absolutely unreal, and this place has come unglued. 64 yards on the catch and run by Cook, and the Vikings can tie it with 2 points.
Ryan Rackey here on Westwood 1 with the highlight of the game, sponsored by Audible. Audible is where you'll find the best stories on sports and entertainment. It's the home of storytelling. Listen to audiobooks, originals, and podcasts, including The Rich Eisen Show. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com. The 2-point conversion was good, so we went to overtime. And with just seconds left in the extra period, the Vikings got close enough to try to win it.
Here's the snap. Ball is down. The kick from Joseph is on the way, and it is good. And the Vikings win. The Minnesota Vikings cap off the largest comeback in NFL history and win in overtime. From 33 down, the Vikings storm back and win it. 39-36, Minnesota, NFC North champions.
They are a championship team, and they did so in a way that everybody will remember forever. The biggest comeback in an NFL game in history. Unbelievable. Our halftime score here in this one, it is Cleveland 6 and Baltimore 3. When we return, John Sadak and Mike Golick will have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Hurry into Ram Power Days and experience the raw power of the Ram 3500. With available best-in-class torque and towing among 350 3500 pickups when properly equipped. Strap yourself in for one powerful ride in the Ram TRX. With the most horsepower of any gas pickup ever built. Or the Ram 1500, awarded #1 in driver appeal among light-duty pickups by J.D. Power 3 years in a row. Hurry into Ram Power Days going on now. For J.D. Power 2022 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
You don't have to bend it like a soccer superstar to hire great talent. Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Post a sponsored job and you'll get instantly matched with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your job description. And you can schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from Indeed's hiring platform. Get $75 in credit toward your first sponsored job at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
We are back in Cleveland. It is a 6-3 score. Browns on top of the Ravens. Second half just minutes away from getting underway. We check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed. Hiring is personal, but don't do it alone. With Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution, you can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. View Indeed.com/credit. Team-wise numbers very similar. Ravens ran 34 plays for 170 yards, most of it on the ground, 103-67. The Browns ran 29 plays for 141 yards, most of it in the air, 98 passing, 43 on the ground. Some of the individual numbers, though, Mike. Nick Chubb, 8 carries, 31 yards, 18 came on 1 carry. He has been tamed dramatically, while Dobbins and Edwards have rushed for nearly 100 yards between the two of them for Baltimore.
So 2 things I'll say. One, first for Cleveland. If Cleveland, it's close or they're winning in the fourth quarter, I'll tease it. I'll get to the stat of Nick Chubb in the fourth quarter, where you will see him run the ball if Cleveland has the lead. I'll get to that. For Baltimore, Mark Andrews. 3 targets, 1 reception. They got to start using him more. They are running the ball well, but again, that will set up the play action. Mark Andrews, Mark Andrews, Mark Andrews.
Are there any other bigger picture thoughts for how each team spoke about this game at halftime and what you're looking for in the second?
No, I'm actually pretty impressed with Cleveland. I thought they would be running. I talked about at the beginning of the game how they would be running more. But with Deshaun Watson, his 3rd game now, getting a little more comfortable, him running a couple of times, the play-action pass seems to be working pretty well. Again, they'll hammer the run. They'll keep going with that. And for Baltimore, they have been running the ball. I think with Huntley in that offense, they got to forget the quick out route. It's just not happening anymore. It's not gaining them enough yards, and the passes aren't on the money enough to get yards after the catch. So there are a few things I would get away from that Baltimore offense and do more, like I said, with Mark Andrews. And I think for Cleveland, they will start running the ball more.
It will be Ravens ball at the start of the second. Had won the toss and deferred. Second half kickoff sponsored by Verizon, the network you deserve, the savings you want. So the Browns will kick left to right. Remember, the first half came to a close with a missed field goal from 48 yards by Justin Tucker that would have tied the game for Baltimore.
See, I think Kevin Stefanski used reverse psychology and didn't freeze him with a timeout and let him kick it, and that affected Tucker. I'm completely kidding on that, but it was a little surprising to see Mr. Automatic miss that one.
And you wonder if it could come down to that in the later stage. So it is Cleveland to kick. Cade York will boot it left to right. And Devin Duvernay, the outstanding return man for the Ravens, he is tucked about a 1/3 deep in his end zone to our right. He's about a 1/3 of the way up the W in Browns. Browns in big, thick, white lettering with orange trim and caps in each end zone. The orange helmet on the left side and the AFC logo in red with white trim and 3 stars down the outside of the A on the right side. Kick in the air, and Duvernay rolling to his right, lets it go over his head halfway deep. It rolls back of the end zone, a touchback with the second half underway. So Baltimore's offense trots out. Remember, Lamar Jackson out yet again today with a PCL knee injury. Tyler Huntley did make the start and has looked inconsistent. It does feel, though, Mike, that the first clean big play could be a giant killer in this game.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you're talking about just field goals, so you are looking for that. Is it going to be a big turnover, a big play for a touchdown? What's it going to be that could, in a low-scoring game, break a game open a bit?
Huntley out of the pistol. Baltimore from its own 25. Handoff goes to Dobbins off the right side. Trying to follow the block of Ronnie Stanley. Gets about 3 yards, tripped up by Grant Delpit. We do get word that Jadeveon Clowney, we saw him escorted by athletic trainers to the locker room before halftime, being evaluated for a head injury, out as it stands, still being evaluated.
Well, you know, when you're talking head injuries now, already it's been, more scrutinized in the NFL, and then after the Tua experience, about midway through, or whenever that was, early on or midway through the season, that's going to be scrutinized even more.
Ravens go empty on 2nd and 7. Justice Hill is out wide. Bunch trips to the near left. Motion from Duvernay. They fake the jet sweep. Flick out to the left side, just beyond the marker. Brought in by Demarcus Robinson, who gets beyond the 35. Tripped up after he earns 8 to the 36.
Good timing on that with Huntley. It's always interesting when you're talking about a backup quarterback, in this case with Greg Roman, the old coordinator, during the week, how you sit down with that quarterback and you talk about, okay, what plays do you like, what plays don't you like, what do we want in the game plan, out of the game plan, what are you comfortable with, and then see it come to fruition during a game.
Ravens in the white tops, black pants, black helmets. Browns in the brown tops, orange pants, orange helmets. And the white face masks back for the first time in nearly 20 years. 1st and 10, Baltimore at its own call at 35. Shotgun split backfield. Receiver motion. And delayed handoff goes to Dobbins following that sweeping wideout. He's got a first down to the 45 to 50. Stiff arm hard at the 45 as he gets pumped out of bounds by John Johnson III. A huge run up the near left sideline into Browns territory.
You know, I've been talking about, Ricard and the O-line and blocking, which has been great. But the jet motion or the motion by Demarcus Robinson, then he becomes the lead blocker. He's actually leading Dobbins through the hole down the field, not touched till really the third level that time.
25 yards to the Cleveland 40 is where they mark him. He's now got 10 carries, 79 yards. Shotgun single back right. Duvernay in slot motion. Delayed handoff goes to Dobbins upfield, right through an arm tackle, and gets side hitted around the 35-yard line by Knoschik. That was the third hitter to lay hands on him. He earns 5, 2nd and 5.
So again, Moses on the pull and the block, and then Alex Wright had a clean shot, and Dobbins ducked under him, and Wright just kind of grabbed air, and Dobbins went under him and right through him. That was pretty amazing.
A little bit of a Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote moment. No dynamite involved. 2nd down and 5. 6-3 Cleveland the lead. Baltimore on the drive. Gus Edwards is subbed in, sidecar left. Fullback motion. He sets up as a tight end right. Handoff goes to the big man, and Edwards off the right side following Ricard into the clutches of Wright. A few other Browns. Keeps the legs churning to around the 28. Give him about 7. It'll be 3rd down and call it a couple. Make that 1st down and 10.
Oh, that was impressive. First it was Stanley pulling, then it was Zeitler, the right guard, Linderbaum, the center. That was just leg driving, kind of a mosh pit that just moved down the line.
I think I've heard some Pearl Jam today. And some other early 90s grunge.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame right around the corner here.
That's true. Under 12 minutes, 3rd quarter. Backs in a straight eye under center for Huntley. A rarity for each team today at the Cleveland 28. Handoff right up the gut. Not a whole lot there. The push muted by the Cleveland front. And that drive only earns to around the 27, so it'll make it a gain of about a yard. 2nd and 9. Knoschik had the hardest hit.
See if they want to stay with the run here, go with the play action pass, or maybe run Huntley. We haven't seen that in a little bit on a planned run.
Yeah, Huntley did have that game-winning rushing TD in the 1-point survival against Denver a few weeks ago. Hill is the deep back. They work pistol. 2nd and call at 9 at the 27. The snap. Throw to the near left. It's caught shy of the 20, and then a twisting retreat made by Robinson. Tony Fields the second. Drags him down after he gets to the 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 6.
So that's where Demarcus Robinson will be talked to in film. He caught the ball about the 22.
Yeah.
North and south, man. North and south. Get the yards you can. You're surrounded by defenders. You don't want to retreat to try and get upfield then. You're just going to cost yourself, and he cost himself a couple of yards there.
Ravens 4 of 7 on 3rd down. 6-3 Cleveland the lead. It's 3rd down and 6. Justice Hill, the running back, trips right, single back left. Snap near left hash, shotgun, fade back Huntley. He's flushed, he's rolling to his right, he tucks and he runs, sprinting toward the 1st down marker, extends the ball and dances out of bounds at around the 15. He gets the first, veered out of play by Denzel Ward.
So again, I talk about fundamental football. Perrion Winfrey, you're the outside man. Keep contained. It was a stunt. He started inside, and it was Myles Garrett who started outside. Garrett went underneath. Perrion came to the outside. You've got to keep contained. You don't, that's what happens.
And now the Ravens in the red zone here. They only get touchdowns 50% of the time. That's 24th in the league. Pistol, Dobbins the deep back. At the Cleveland 15, 1st and 10. They motion him out wide. Empty. Huntley rolling to the near left, pointing downfield. He's flushed, he's hit, he's grabbed onto, and he's thrust down at the 20. Deion Jones, laser beam in on the QB. They'll mark him at the 19. It's a loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
Well, he wanted J.K. Dobbins out on the swing pass, but great job by the linebacker, Tony Fields. Again, we're talking about a defense that has lost 4 linebackers for the season, so it's next man up. Somebody get there. And it was Tony Fields who covered Dobbins, didn't give him that pass, and forced him to pull it and run.
Well, Jones, the stop, came over in a trade from Atlanta in week 6. Everyone bunched tight. Receiver motion Duvernay against the grain to Dobbins to the near left. Jump cut spin against a violent hit. Gets tamed at the 15-yard line by John Johnson III. He earns 4. So they're back to the line of scrimmage. What do you do on 3rd and 10?
Well, first off, let me tell you, a gain of 4 on that play is a huge win for Cleveland. That run had been gaining a heck of a lot more than 4 yards. Listen, you got to put it in the end zone at some point. Now you're in position to tie the game up. But here I look for Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews is the man. Get him in the spot and try and make at least a decent throw to him as he's on a trip side down low, the inside man.
He's been targeted 3 times. He has 1 catch. 3rd and 10, they go empty. At the 15, they need to get to the 5. Big blitz shown far side, they bring it. Huntley rolling on the far side. Flag out, a second flag. He flings it out off the hands of Duvernay in the end zone for a would-be touchdown, but multiple flags.
So you're going to get offsides on Cleveland, and then I believe you're going to get holding on Ricard on the offensive side. So it would be offsetting, 1 on each side.
Brad Allen.
Fouls by both teams. Holding, offense, offside, defense. The penalty is offset. Replay, 3rd down.
John Sadak, Mike Golick here in the Grainger broadcast booth, First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For all the jobs you do, count on Grainger for supplies and solutions that help you get more done. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by one of over 250 Grainger branch locations. 6-3, Cleveland the lead. Baltimore on the drive. It's 3rd and 10 again at Cleveland's 15. Dobbins the deep back. Ravens have not had a touchdown from a wide receiver since week 3. Huntley out of the gun. Near hash. Press shown near side. Soft far side. Huntley flings it far side. Quick slant. And it's ripped away and picked off. It was in the hands of Deshaun Jackson. And Denzel Ward rips it free. An interception at the 10-yard line. It's Cleveland ball.
What an incredible play that was for second interception on the year. I mean, tight coverage for sure. And then just broke right in front of the receiver, got his hands on the ball, and just took it.
Huntley is stunned, both hands to his helmet. He looks off in disgust. It's a 6-3 Cleveland lead. Browns with the ball, 8:17 to go, 3rd quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show, live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown!
For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show, live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
It's the biggest spectacle in the world of sports, and no one is bringing you closer to the World Cup final than SiriusXM. Argentina star Lionel Messi is one of the best to ever play the game.
Lionel Messi! That is what he does!
But despite all of the accolades, one trophy has eluded him, the World Cup.
He's denigrated as a failure for his national team, and that to me is a criminal accusation.
France striker Kylian Mbappe stands on the precipice of becoming the youngest player to win 2 World Cups since the legendary Pele.
Put the cross in, Mbappe! In off the post!
I look at Mbappe, I think he goes on to become one of the greatest players of all time.
It's Messi's last dance at the World Cup, but when the music stops, will he be holding the trophy, or will Mbappe be crowned the king of a French dynasty?
For everybody listening right now, do not cheat yourself out of not watching this final.
The World Cup final, Argentina against France, Sunday morning at 10 Eastern on Fox Sports 83 with pre- and post-game coverage on SiriusXM FC 157.
For the first time, you can hear every Westwood One NFL broadcast streamed live for free Catch all the action on the NFL app, on WestwoodOneSports.com, via Westwood One station streams, or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. All sponsored by AutoZone. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free. Get you back on the road. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Cleveland from its 9. Under center, Watson. Play fake. Rolling to the right. Cleveland up 6-3. He flicks it out for Njoku. It's a little too tall and wide, out of bounds. He was covered by Marcus Peters just beyond the near right flat at around the 15.
Well, he made the decision. He was going to run, and Jason Pierre-Paul was right there. And he tried to bait him into coming onto him, and when he did, he tried to throw it, and it was just such an errant throw.
Well, we had the first turnover of the game right before we went to break, as the pick from Denzel Ward just ripped it out of the hands of Deshaun Jackson. 6-3 Cleveland, 8:12 to go, third quarter. Browns on the drive left to right, hand signaling all around the Baltimore defense. From under center, Watson, handoff to Chubb, exploring the near right, tries to cut it back up, and runs into the on his backside Broderick Washington, who silences him at the 12, gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Good play there by Baltimore against a guy who has been pretty efficient at, that play was going to bounce to the outside. The Cleveland Browns are number 1 in outside run percentage, and Nick Chubb has 995 yards on outside runs. That's first in the NFL, so good job there by Baltimore, shutting it down for only a couple of yards.
Now it's 3rd down and 8. Cleveland 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Their success has come in the air. Kareem Hunt is subbed in at running back. Tight end left, 2 wide left. Safeties fade back. Dropping back, Watson, 7-step drop, checking down. Tucks and tries to run, and he gets hit. Flag out. He's dropped at the 10 by Justin Houston, but it looked like a face mask.
That's going to be a free set of downs for the Browns right there.
Personal foul. Grasping the face mask. 50. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
So you start looking at mistakes, right? End of the half, missed field goal by Justin Tucker to tie it. Drive for Baltimore all the way within easy field goal range, at least interception. And here, they're going to get off the field. Cleveland's going to have to punt, and they get a face mask and give them 15 and a first down. So some mistakes by Baltimore.
And the breathing room up to the 27. Snap on the near right hash. Watson out of the gun. Cooper slot left. Make it pistol depth with Chubb set behind him at the 20. 1st and 10, Cleveland up 6-3. Hand off to Chubb. He explodes off the right side through the second level, and it's the 3rd that finally latches on at the 38. Chuck Clark tackles him there. He gets 11 yards.
Chubb going to continue to be the workhorse. Njoku, an excellent block, coming back down and picking off the defensive tackle who was unblocked. That kind of baited the detail. I used to hate that play. When nobody blocked, you think I'm free, and then wham, you get hit in the side and knocked down.
Watson under center. Deep back is Chubb at the 38, 1st and 10. He beckons motion from Michael Woods the second. He comes tight to the line. Fake the handoff to Chubb. Watson loading up to throw. He flings it hard for Cooper. Left sideline. Makes the catch. Tight to the white. And knocked out of bounds at the 45 in Ravens territory by Kyle Hamilton. That's a 17-yard connection.
So when you see the boot, you expect to the boot side a short route, a medium route, and a deep route. Cooper looks like he's going to come across the field and then breaks back out, so it's actually a throwback, and he got a couple of yards on Hamilton because normally he's coming across the field on this, and he breaks back to the outside. Good throw by Watson.
And now in Baltimore territory, make it officially at the 46, 1st and 10. Far left hash snap. Ravens show blitz. Watson points it out, slows things down, play clock at 4. He takes the snap, drops back, pocket holds, he steps up, he fires wide open. Cooper at the 33, outside of the numbers, the 30, the 25, the 20, and just inside of the number at the left 20, he gets dropped at around the 19 as flurries fall. Marcus Williams, the tackle.
So again, we talk about little plays and little things. Kyle Hamilton blitzed, nobody hit him, he fell down. That play never would have happened if he kept his feet. He would have forced Deshaun Watson to either throw it quicker than he wanted or he would have got a sack. He just flat out fell down without being blocked, and then Cooper is wide open.
This stadium has just turned into a mini snow globe. Flurries all over. 5:18, clock rolls, 3rd quarter. Pistol look, play fake. Watson looking to throw. Rolling to the near right. Fires to the near right sideline. Catch made. Tight to the sideline. Yes! Brought in by Harrison Bryant, the tight end. And they get about 5 to the 13. Marcus Peters was there to harass him.
So he wanted Njoku right down the seam, and Njoku had inside position, but it seemed like Deshaun Watson just didn't just didn't want to pull the trigger on it and throw it to the inside there. So he has the ability. That's when you have confidence in your legs. I can escape the pocket and still make a play down the field.
Confetti like snow all over the upper third of the stadium. Chubb sidecar right, 2 wide left, tight end left. Cooper by himself near right in soft coverage. 2nd and 5, play clock fading at 5. At the Baltimore 13.
They reset the play clock, and the refs just not letting Cleveland run the play yet. Now finally backs away.
And now the play clock back up to 12 and counting. Shotgun snap. Quick hitter left. What a catch. Off balance extended. Michael Woods the second. He'll be short by a yard to the 8.5-yard line. Marcus Williams took him down after he gets 4.
So another one of those passes, short pass, off the mark though. Not letting your receiver really have a chance after he catches the ball. Low and away, so he had to make a big catch, but it immediately takes him to the ground.
He had to cradle it about a foot above the turf, so it's 3rd and 1 at the 9. Chubb the deep back from under center. Play fake. Watson rolling to the right. He needs a yard. He pumps. He flicks it out. Incomplete right sideline. He had a chance to turn it upfield, and it seems like miscommunication with his receiver up the right side. He is exasperated. It's going to be 4th down in the yard, and it looks like the big unit coming in.
Yeah, I think he wanted Michael Woods to keep going down the field. Now, I completely disagree with this call. I think they should have run the ball on that play. Now, they bring in the big guys to run on this one, but I think they should have run on that last one. I think they tried to get a little too cute there.
So they go goal line package at the Baltimore 9, 6'3", Cleveland, 18 of 33 on 4th down this year. Backs in a straight eye with a beefy lead blocker. Watson from under center. They need a yard. Handoff Chubb. He rushes. He's got it. He breaks the plane by a little over 1/3 of a yard as he gets tripped up by multiple Ravens, and it's going to be 1st down and goal at about the 7-yard line.
The beefy lead blocker fullback was offensive lineman Drew Forbes, all 6'5", 308. It's kind of like their version of Baltimore and Ricard at over 300 pounds. Put the big man in the backfield, let him run forward.
So now that fresh set of downs, Chubb the deep back as they go 1st down and goal at the Baltimore 7. Snap in between the hashes. Watson under center. Only one true wide. Everyone else tight to the line. Watson audibles. Angling each hand side to side. Handoff goes to Chubb. He cuts it back up. Runs through Campbell, second hitter. Dispatches of him at about the 3. That was Marcus Williams, so gain of about 4, 2nd and goal.
So here we have it again, John. 14-play drive earlier, field goal. 11-play drive, field goal. Now we're at, I believe, 10 plays on this drive. Can they cash in and get 7?
Keep in mind, the Ravens have not trailed by more than 7 points at any time this year. It is 6-3 Cleveland on the doorstep, 2nd and goal at the 3. Watson under center, Chubb the deep back, Cooper wide left. Peoples-Jones near right. Watson. Quick hitter. No, a floater left side. Cooper! Jump ball incomplete. Humphrey blanketed him. Shoulders angled away, and he deflected the ball as it came in to a falling on his backside Cooper.
Yeah, that was supposed to be one of the back shoulder. That's one you really want to kind of throw with a little bit of zip on it. Tight coverage there. Looks like Cooper's running the fade. Really didn't go back shoulder enough. He kind of threw it right in his chest. If it was more back shoulder toward the front pylon, could have had a better chance at it.
So now it's 3rd and goal. Cleveland at the Baltimore 3. They work out of the gun. Motion Peoples-Jones into the backfield. Split backfield. Watson, 5-step drop, looking left. He slings it left. Peoples-Jones, he's in! Standing up, touchdown! The touchdown pass from Deshaun Watson to Donovan Peoples-Jones from 3 yards out. And Cleveland expands its lead. It's 12-3.
Talk about the little things. What happened on this short pass? Where did he put that ball? Right in the chest of Peoples-Jones, and he was able to run after it. He didn't have to reach for it anywhere. It was right in the breadbasket, and he could keep going with it.
It's Peoples-Jones' second touchdown grab of the year. Remember, he dropped a would-be touchdown 4th down to the 4th quarter last week, despite having a huge day. Cade York point after with 2:10 to go 3rd quarter. Left to right kick, snap clean, spot true, right-footed kick in the air, and good. 2:10 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Cleveland 13, Baltimore 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Football season is underway, so now is the perfect time to download FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Because right now, new customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's free bets back. If your first bet doesn't win, just sign up with the promo code WIN. FanDuel has all your favorite bets from the money line to point spreads to player props. So sign up today with promo code WIN for your no-sweat first bet. Make every moment more this season with FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL.
Must be present in state where lawful to wager. 21 plus in select states. First online real money wager only. Refund issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expire in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit fanduel.com/RG. Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342. Arizona 1-800-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat. Connecticut 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Indiana, Kansas 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghhelp.com. Louisiana 1-877-770-STOP. New York 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. Tennessee Redline 1-800-889-9789. Wyoming, West Virginia 1-800-522-4700 or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net.
This is it. The putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices and excellent customer service from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Cleveland goes 12 plays, 91 yards in 6 minutes and 8 seconds. Ignited heavily by a face mask penalty from back at the Cleveland 12 that allowed the drive to live.
Yeah, they were, not only could Baltimore have gotten off the field then, but they could have got really good field position because they had Cleveland pinned back and gave Cleveland life, and they kudos to them for taking advantage of it.
The payoff, a 3-yard touchdown pass to Deshaun Watson to Donovan Peoples-Jones. That is just the second offensive touchdown for Watson with the Browns. That's on 28 possessions and nearly, at this point, 11 full quarters. Kickoff left to right. Browns to the Ravens, and Duvernay lets it shoot and whistle into the end zone for a touchback. Don't miss all the NFL action next Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video. The Jacksonville Jaguars meet the New York Jets. Of course, you can also hear Thursday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com.
Well, as you mentioned, Baltimore now in a position they haven't been in all year. Down more than a touchdown. Backup quarterback in. They've been running the ball effectively. Still can do that. You still have a little over a quarter to go. And it's a 10-point lead for Cleveland. But at some point, they may have to get more of a passing game going.
From the 25, play fake, on a look on a jet sweep. Fling over the middle for Demarcus Robinson, makes the catch, puts it on the ground and around the 40-yard line. Cleveland says it has it. And a fumble recovered by Cleveland. John Johnson III knocks it loose. And the Browns pounce. They have the ball in Baltimore territory with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
So again, from Baltimore, let's say it, end of half, missed field goal, turnover in the red zone, face mask to keep Cleveland having the ball, and now another turnover, and a great job punching the ball out by John Johnson. As Robinson was going to the ground, Johnson, and this is worked on so much in practice now, to punch at the ball, and it's a great job.
2 minutes to go, third quarter, 13-3. Cleveland leads Baltimore. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Fellas, it's time to stop treating your groins like junk. Introducing the Gillette Intimate Pubic Hair Trimmer, a gentle and easy shave from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Show your pubic region some respect with Gillette Intimate, the best a man can get.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car. You kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Jane doesn't mind an apartment with no elevator.
5 flights of stairs is 5 plates of cardio.
Bob is a little less enthusiastic about stairs.
I hate stairs.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle renters and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Jane and Bob found an apartment that's a 4-story walk-up. And Bob?
Yeah, there's a freight elevator she doesn't know about.
What were you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Feeling great starts with a great shave, and a great shave starts with Barbasol Shaving Cream. That's Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American classic for over 100 years. You're looking good, America. You're shaving with Barbasol.
Barbasol. Saturday football continues tonight on NFL Network. Next up, a huge AFC East clash in primetime. Tua and the Dolphins square off against Josh Allen and the Bills beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch the Saturday night showdown on NFL Network, NFL Plus, right here at Westwood 1. Learn more, NFL.com/Saturday. Cleveland starts a drive at Baltimore's 40 after a fumble. Out of the gun, Watson give on a look to Kareem Hunt, who loops around the near right side and crashes into the second wave of defenders at around the 32, gets 8. The fumble was forced and recovered by John Johnson III, who has 8 tackles to lead Cleveland's defense. And Baltimore's Marcus Peters was seen heavily limping, helmet off, under the aid of athletic trainers on the sideline. Second down and 2, Watson under center. Play fake, Watson in a tame pocket. Awkward fling to nobody up the left side. Dies and wilts at the 25 around nobody, as David Njoku was the closest there, third down.
And he did that on purpose, and that was a smart play. It was going nowhere to try and throw a completion, so he just threw it at the feet of the receiver to keep it where it was.
So now third down and 2 with a giant opportunity for Cleveland here, Mike.
Run the ball.
They are 4 of 9 on third down. Kareem Hunt is in. At the Baltimore 32, pressure up the middle, give to Hunt, explores the outside left. Flag is out as he gets wrestled to the ground right around the 30, make it the 29, so he would have the first, but laundry down.
Peoples-Jones, number 11, is going to get called for holding, I believe.
Holding. Offense, number 11. 10-yard penalty. Still third down.
Now it's 3rd and 12.
And we see a successful run. Well, sometimes we know why. Sometimes you don't need to hold in certain situations. But he had his arms extended out. This one did definitely cause it. I think he was holding, I think it was Kyle Hamilton. And when you have your arms extended and have some jersey in your hand right in front of the ref, be prepared to have the yellow flag hit you.
Flurries continue to tumble down from the heaven above. Watson out of the gun, near right hash. 4 wide, 2 and 2. He's locked left side. He checks down. He's pressured. He zigzags, and he's hit. He's brought down and sacked just shy of midfield. He's going to lose a little more than 5 yards here, it looks like, in 4th down, as Baltimore brought the pressure. And Adufe Owe, Justin Houston seemed to be part of the sandwich.
So sometimes it's okay to take the sack. You know, if you can end a drive kicking the ball, which means either kicking an extra point, kicking a field goal, or punting, it's not all bad. Instead of trying to force it somewhere and turning the ball over, where they can really change field position here.
Bojorquez gets a left-footed punt off, angled up the right sideline. And Duvernay, fair catch wave, off balance, sidestepping inside of the 10, brings it in cleanly. They're going to be pinned fairly deep. Well, a strong punt of 39 yards pins them as we have 43 seconds left in the third quarter. It is a 13-3 Cleveland lead on top of Baltimore. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Hurry into Ram Power Days and experience the raw power of the Ram 3500. With available best-in-class torque and towing among 350 3500 pickups when properly equipped. Strap yourself in for one powerful ride in the Ram TRX. With the most horsepower of any gas pickup ever built. Or the Ram 1500, awarded #1 in driver appeal among light-duty pickups by J.D. Power 3 years in a row. Hurry into Ram Power Days going on now. For J.D. Power 2022 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Jim Rome here. Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. And don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL, 877-ASK-DELL. Jim Rome here. Dell Technologies' Days of Deals for Business start now with fresh, limited quantity deals on tech to drive productivity. Save on select performance laptops and desktops powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. And don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL, 877-ASK-DELL.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Join us again for Monday Night Football on Westwood 1 when the Los Angeles Rams face the Green Bay Packers. Kevin Harlan and Ross Tucker will have all the action beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. NFL Network's Rich Eisen gets it all started with the pregame show at 7:30. Rams head coach Sean McVay will join Rich as a guest on the Mercedes-Benz Vans Hotline. Want to unlock your potential? Open up a vehicle that's capable and versatile enough to drive your ambitions as far as you want to take them. A Mercedes-Benz Sprinter from their own 8 Ravens. Shotgun snap, handoff to Dobbins, zigzagging, burst through to the 15. The 20, the 25, back between the hashes, 30, 35, surrounded by Browns right at the edge of the elf. He tumbles down with contact at around the 45. They'll mark him down right near midfield. Ronnie Harrison Jr. finally caught up to him, officially marked at the 46. It'll be a gain of about 39.
I'm sounding like a broken record with Morgan Moses that is pulling up, hooking his guy, and just opening up a monster hole.
Quick hitter on a screen to the near left, caught by Duvernay, gets a big block, zips up the left sideline to the 40, waist grab it around the 35, it gets ripped down by Deion Jones after he earns the 40, make it the 35-yard line in Cleveland territory.
For a low-scoring game and a game that lacks big plays, there's 2 in a row by Baltimore that all of a sudden, just in 2 plays, could have that Cleveland defense on its heels a bit.
So they go for 38 yards and for 19 yards on back-to-back plays. We have hit the end of the third quarter with your score. Cleveland 13, Baltimore 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
This is it. The putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Welcome to a late night edition of What If, the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance what ifs. We've got Sean on the line. What's up?
Hey, Jake, what if I'm too stressed about my coverage to sleep? Like, what if I don't have enough? Or what if I need to change it?
Oh, if you can't sleep, just give us a ring. We're available 24/7. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Oh, great.
What if I just take a little nap?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Welcome on back to Cleveland as the fourth quarter gets underway. It is a 13-3 Cleveland edge on top of Baltimore. John Sadak, Mike Golick, our Westwood One crew here at First Energy Stadium. The Ravens and Browns 1-2 in points allowed in fourth quarter play this year. The Ravens have surrendered 115, the Browns 110. Pistol look, Gus Edwards, the deeper back at the Cleveland 35. Play fake, Huntley rolling to his right. He pumps, he throws up the right sideline, incomplete, out of bounds. Well, that'll bring about second down and 10. J.K. Dobbins in the third quarter rushed it 5 times for 74 yards, but the only score in the quarter, a touchdown for Cleveland.
Yeah, he wanted Mark Andrews on that play there. Good coverage by the secondary of Cleveland. Really, they're really making Huntley have to put the ball right on the mark when he's throwing.
Ravens at Cleveland's 35, going left to right. Gus Edwards is in at running back. Ricard, the fullback, sets up as a wing left. Pistol depth, snap on the far left hash. Huntley raises the left leg, takes the snap. Handoff goes to Edwards, smashing up the left side. And a couple of Browns dispatch of him, including Jordan Elliott, after he gets to around the 31-32. That'll be third down and 6.
Yeah, Elliott and Grant Delpit came up and filled quickly. Safety playing up toward the line did a nice job of run support on that to make it third and long.
Ravens 5 for 9 on third down. It's third and 6. The snow intensifies, no accumulation, but it's crisscrossing like confetti in a major city downtown parade. Justice Hill, the back, goes out wide, now motions into the backfield. At the 31 in Cleveland territory, third and 6, Baltimore. Blitz showing up the gut. High snap, fade back, step up, and a flip pass tipped, incomplete. Looking outside the number left for the tight end Mark Andrews, but coverage was there, Ronnie Harrison Jr., and it's fourth down.
Fourth down into Cleveland territory, but I completely agree with this call. You're going to need a touchdown at some point, but you're 10 down, a field goal's in there as well. And now this is a 50-yard line. This is into the wind, but in the warm-ups, I saw when Tucker was warming up, hit a 55-yarder going into the wind. This is a 50-yarder.
So left to right kick, far left hash. In the fluttering snowflakes, a 50-yard try. He's hit from 53. He's missed from 48. We await the snap. On the far left hash, snap clean, spot true, right footed. Kick is blocked! It's loose, rolling up toward midfield, and the sliding kicker, Justin Tucker, collects it at the 46-yard line. Cleveland blocks the field goal try. A second misfire for Tucker and company with Baltimore.
Well, we thought if any blocks were coming into play, it was going to be Baltimore. We talked about Malik Harrison blocking a punt against Cleveland in Week 7. A 60-yarder. Calais Campbell, I believe it was last week, blocked the punt against Pittsburgh. They've been doing a job. Now it's Cleveland. Tucker misses a kick at the end of the half and now gets the punt blocked here.
Jordan Elliott, the block, your score, 13-3. Cleveland the lead and the ball, early stage fourth quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
For the end zone, he throws it, it's caught, touchdown! For the first time, every NFL team on the SXM app features your team's pre- and post-game show. Live updates before games, post-game interviews, and press conferences after every game.
Really excited for our group, man. That was varsity ball today.
Now, your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
Merry Christmas, baby. The soulful spirit of the season is Holiday Soul. This Christmas. With R&B Christmas classics from back in the day. Holiday Soul, on now through Christmas Day. Listen anytime and anywhere on the SXM app. Included in all trials and popular plans.
The fantasy football playoffs are here. To realize your fantasy football championship dream, you need to listen to the experts on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio.
This is a different time of the year. I want upside.
Jamar Chase, touchdown, Bengals. From start-sit advice to late-season waiver pickups, get the best insight from our experts.
The Colts have one of the easiest schedules for running backs during the fantasy playoffs.
Touchdown, Jonathan Taylor. It's all on Channel 87 and the SXM app, where fantasy football championships are won.
SiriusXM is the home for the best in podcasts, including Literally with Rob Lowe.
Hey everybody, it's Rob Lowe here. Literally is really just an opportunity for me to connect with old friends, fellow actors, people that I admire. You'll hear conversations with Jennifer Aniston, Michael J. Fox, Tiffany Haddish, Oprah, Conan O'Brien, assorted Brat Packers. We converse through every fork in the road, from deeply thoughtful to extremely random.
Literally with Rob Lowe is available now on the SXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans.
John Zadak, Mike Golick here in the Grainger broadcast booth, First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Knowledge and experience matter. Grainger has answers to help you get jobs done, plus supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Cleveland starts a drive at its own 48-yard line, just shy of midfield. Watson fading back, backside pressure, hit as he throws. A little off target to Cooper, coverage from Roquan Smith. Incomplete as he looked for him at around the 45 in Baltimore territory.
So let's go back to the block. It was Jordan Elliott in between the guard and center, and he didn't really make penetration, and then he jumped, and the ball hit him in the forearm. So I got to say that was probably more on Tucker. The kick into the little low. It didn't, again, no penetration, just right at the line jumping and caught him in the forearm. So he's missed a kick, and I think kicked that one a bit low.
And Tucker spiked his helmet in frustration. His first game with multiple field goal misses since December of 2018. Chubb goes out wide. It's Watson out of the gun. 2nd and 10 at the 48. Swirling snow up above the field, and it looks like a timeout. Watson with the play clock whittling down. So the Browns called a timeout. 13:58 to go, fourth quarter. Cleveland 13, Baltimore 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you. And all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions. Plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, clickgrainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Need to hire? Indeed will help scout some fresh talent for you. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. The moment you post a sponsored job, you'll get instantly matched with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your job description. And you will only pay for applications that meet your job's must-have requirements. Flag those that don't, and they'll be replaced for free with another candidate on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Every Westwood 1 NFL broadcast this season is being streamed for free from now until Super Bowl 57 in February. You can listen to our coverage of every primetime game via the NFL's official app on westwood1sports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to, quote, open Westwood 1 Sports.
So before that timeout, you saw they were in empty backfield. Looked like they were going to pass again. And they passed on first down. I disagree with it. Here we go. Fourth down. Nick Chubb leads the NFL in fourth quarter rushing yards at 365 and fourth quarter runs of 15 yards or 10 yards or more 15 times. Hand the ball off. You've only run it 15 times tonight, but you're averaging 4.8 yards a carry. Hand the ball off to Nick Chubb. They were about to go 2 passes in a row. Let's see if they're going to pass again here. But I've been somewhat amazed at the lack of Nick Chubb running.
Well, Chubb is the deep back. Watson under center. 2 yards shy of midfield. 2nd and 10 Cleveland. Up 13-3, early stage fourth quarter. Handoff to Chubb to the near left side. They surround him. They hound him. And they trip him up at around the 45, just shy of it. About 3 yards. Justin Houston took him out there. It'll be 3rd down and 7 as the density of the snow is intensified. It almost looks like fake snow. I feel like we're in one of those cable made-for-TV movies right now.
Maybe it fits with the Browns elf in the middle of the field.
That's true.
It's an angry elf.
I'll get the syrup ready for the pasta. Well, Cleveland 4 for 10 on third down. At the 45 in Ravens territory, it's 3rd and 7. Hunt, sidecar left. Ravens show shades of blitz. Watson examines, points out the linebacker. Takes the snap. Pressure comes with a stun up the gut. Watson steps up. He zips. He runs to the 40, the 35, the 30, and he slides down just shy of the 25. Exquisite improvisation by Deshaun Watson. His best run of the day to the 28, first down.
Well, I'll tell you why there was no hesitation in the run, because it was a blitz and it was man coverage. So man coverage, you can see when he starts to run, understand when he starts to run, there are DBs just running with their receivers, not even looking at Watson, and he knows it's man coverage, and the blitz was picked up well. He found a hole and took off.
18-yard gain, high snap, delayed handoff to Chubb off the right side. Roquan Smith, part of the pile that pops him at around the 24. So he gets 4. By the way, Marcus Peters, a calf injury, tape off, helmet off. Yeah. He is questionable to return.
I know he's questionable, but I saw him limping. I saw the tape off the hands and everything off the hands. While listed as questionable, I would be stunned if he ended up back in the game. And run the ball again here.
Chance to work time. The Browns offense at the Ravens 24. 13-3 Cleveland. The biggest drought the Ravens have faced all year. They entered hot with wins in 6 of 7. Receiver motion tight to the line. High snap out of the gun, play fake. Watson zipping to the near left, cut back to the right. He's surrounded by Ravens. He flicks it backward pass on a look to Woods, who gets popped at the 29. He's going to lose 5 yards. Forced improvisation yields nothing. In fact, injures Kyle Hamilton, the tackle.
We have an injured Baltimore Raven on the field. I can't tell you how much I just disagree with some of the play calling that's going on here.
There's a Raven doubled over on each knee, face mask buried down on the turf at the 30-yard line on the far hash, surrounded by athletic trainers. And as they tend to him, 11:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Cleveland 13, Baltimore 3. We'll get your word. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
What's worse than calling your groin your junk? Treating it like junk. Respect your pubic region with Gillette Intimate. Gentle and easy pubic hair care from America's #1 trusted men's grooming brand. Gillette, the best a man can get. Buy now at Walmart.
With a Peppermint Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you could speed through. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your Frosty kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These Peppermint Frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely, choose Wendy's.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Jane doesn't mind an apartment with no elevator.
5 flights of stairs is 5 plates of cardio.
Bob is a little less enthusiastic about stairs.
I hate stairs.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle renters and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Jane and Bob found an apartment that's a 4-story walk-up. And Bob?
Yeah, there's a freight elevator she doesn't know about.
What were you talking about?
Oh, nothing.
Bundling without compromise at Geico.com.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? Driving high will get you a DUI. And if you're wondering if law enforcement can tell you're driving high, well, everyone else can. Friends?
I can tell you drove high.
Parents?
I can tell when you drive high.
Relatives?
I can tell. You drove here high, didn't you?
So what makes you think law enforcement can't?
I can tell.
If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Barbasol Shaving Cream is available in 5 fantastic flavors to customize your close shave. Whether it's original, soothing aloe, or Pacific Rush, there's one for every face. Find your favorite Barbasol today.
Barbasol. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the National Football League.
This is Dusty Dvorak. Join myself and Danny Cannell for passionate sports talk and lots of laughs. Dog Days with Dusty and Danny, weekdays at noon Eastern only on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC tomorrow night. Giants meet the Commanders. You can also hear it on Westwood 1 Sports. 3rd and 11, Cleveland at the Baltimore 29. 13-3 Cleveland leads, fourth quarter. On the ground, they put it into the belly of their back, rumbling up the right hash. Earning to the 20.5-yard line. Patrick Queen tackles Kareem Hunt there as he's able to pick up about 9. They'll be short by 2, and the field goal unit out with Cade York.
Safe play again to make sure that you keep it in good field goal position and go up then by 2 scores, but 2 touchdowns.
The down player as we went to break was Calais Campbell, who has entered the medical tent with a severe limp. So York, who was hit from 47 to 23, a right to left kick in a swirling light snow. 38-yard try. Snap clean, spot good, right-footed kick is on the way. It's got distance, but it's no good. They might have got a hand on it. It looked like it changed direction some, and it got deflected near the line. It's going to be 13-3 still.
Well, I like to see if that got hit. And if that didn't get hit, it was just a complete whiff by York. Watching the replay, the snap was good. The hold was good. And he just hooked it. I mean, that ball was spinning almost sideways.
Well, an ugly miss for Cade York.
Again, the difference is it was a field goal and a touchdown. That could have made it 2 touchdowns. Now it stays at 3-7 or 7-3, however you want to get it. Doesn't matter what order you get it in for Baltimore.
Well, the Ravens spark a drive, first down and 10 at their own 28. 10:49 to go, fourth quarter. Ravens have 3 timeouts. Browns have 2. The Ravens at 9-4 co-lead the division, wins in 6 of 7. The Browns at 5-8 have won 2 of 3. Huntley out of the gun. Hill sidecar left. Trips to the far left. Flag out on the snap. Second flag comes. Whistles Blair.
Yeah, that was Justice Hill. He moved.
The snap. False start. Offense, number 43. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And the Ravens have had an incredible day from J.K. Dobbins. 13 carries, 125 yards today, and yet Baltimore only has 3 points on the board.
So Calais Campbell now walking in to the locker room as well for Baltimore.
4 wide, 2-2. Shotgun snap, checking down, throw to the near right. It's caught by Duvernay in a fairly tight window, and Knoshik wraps his arms around him, drags him down at the 33, gain of 10. And it'll be second down and 5.
A little bit of hurry up now with the Baltimore offense.
Well, shotgun snap, near right hash. 4 wide, tight end, slot right. Check down, fling to the tight end near right. Caught by Andrews, who gets hammered as the ball arrives at the 40. He gains 7. Grant Delpit pops him there. That's good for a first. Move the chains.
So with Huntley, the ball's coming out a little quicker, a little more pace. And sometimes a no huddle helps that. Less thinking, just get rid of the ball.
Ravens at their own 40. Shotgun snap, 3-step drop. Loops it out to the far left. It's caught off balance by a bent at the waist to Marcus Robinson, who gets angled out of bounds with help from Martin Emerson Jr. He's able to earn 5 to the 45.
Yeah, sometimes, oddly enough, a hurry-up offense kind of calms a quarterback down. As I said, the more you think on the field, the more trouble you're going to be in. And if you're running plays a little quicker, making decisions a little quicker, you can be a little smoother.
Snow globe intensifies on second down and 4. A floater to the far left that's caught by a non-uniform person on the Browns sideline, well out of bounds.
So that doesn't count then.
No, I don't. Well, you know, if he's rostered, maybe.
It was a nice throw to that particular person.
So here's third down and 4. They are 5 for 10 on third, as they're going to send their running back out wide in Hill. They go empty, 5 wide. Shotgun snap, far left hash. Quick drop, throw over the middle. Dangerous crossing look, knocked away, incomplete. Looking for Andrews, and Ronnie Harrison Jr. was there to swipe it down and knock it away.
Well, there's been some really nice coverage at times by Cleveland when they're more jumping on their mans and breaking on routes.
And the offense on the field here, what do you think?
Well, 9.5 to go. You're, like I said, still 2 scores down, even though one's a field goal. Kind of interesting. I think they know. Listen, we've seen Cleveland put together a 14-play, a 10-play, 11-play drive, and that could really ice a game if they were able to do that. So there's part of me that can understand this.
They break huddle. There's only 1 second on the play clock. They just get the snap off. Huntley rolling to his right. He fires on the run, off balance, diving near the sideline. Ball incomplete. Not brought in cleanly, in bounds. Greg Newsome II was there in coverage, and they turn him over on downs. Cleveland ball up 13-3.
So if your backup quarterback in, it's 4th and 5, and you end up having to hurry up and beat the play clock. Call a timeout. Call a timeout. Settle everybody down. This is a huge play in the game, and you end up rushing it too quickly. And we've seen that out route. This time it was with a roll, but we've seen that out route not work more than a few times tonight.
The crisscrossing snow has intensified to the point it is hard to cleanly see the other side of the stadium, particularly that upper deck.
Snowman after the game, you and me?
Yes.
Right. Good deal.
Maybe a little bit of magic come to life.
A little bit of hot chocolate with maybe,
We'll get some of the pregame. Watson out of the pistol. Handoff goes to Chubb. Off the right side. Tries to run through Roquan Smith. He's able to hold on and go for a ride to the 40. An extra 3 yards after contact. Gain of about 5. Make it 2nd and 5.
Now, I really shouldn't have to say anymore, give it to Chubb, should I? Or run the ball? I mean, this should be a given. And this is an O-lineman dream right now. They want to put their hand in the dirt and go forward. 315-pound guys aren't meant to back up like pass blocking. They would much rather go forward, and that's a position they're in now.
Cleveland at Baltimore's 41. You can hear the Chubb chants from the fans right below our booth. 2nd down and 5. 13-3 Cleveland. 8:50, clock rolling, 4th quarter. Chubb, the deep back from under center. Watson puts it in the belly of Chubb. Explodes off the left side. Jump cut back against Smith. And he will not yield at the 38. Gain of about 3. 3rd and 2.
It's okay. They keep the clock running. 3rd and short. Still a running down, though the play action has worked well, so that wouldn't be a shock either. A Deshaun Watson keeper here, like a quarterback power play. With it this short on 3rd down, the playbook is pretty open.
It is a majestic and near serene wintry scene here in Cleveland. Snow all around. 3rd and 2. Cleveland at Baltimore's 38. Hard bark by Watson. Shotgun snap, misdirection, handoff to Chubb. No keep to the near side, and he is squashed at around the 36. He gets a yard. Double teamed by Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen. Misdirection got me, but the Ravens held their ground.
Roquan Smith made the play there. I mean, he took Deshaun Watson backward, and it's 3rd and very short. And to me, this is a no-brainer. You're in the enemy's territory right now. I think you have to go for it. Your running game's good enough.
So 4th down and 1, and Jacoby Brissett, it looks like, comes in at 6'4", 235 pounds, the big quarterback, as they need a yard.
And remember, you can push the runner.
Brissett takes the snap, launches over left guard. He's got it. Brissett's first snap of the game, and he thunders a 1st down to the 33.5-yard line. They get about 3.
It's nice. You come in for one play and you get a plus on the grade sheet. You get 100%.
He had a perfect day. Well, Brissett moves the chains, and now this is paralyzing Baltimore to a heavy degree. Watson is back in along with Chubb, and they can milk so much clock with 7 minutes and rolling in the 4th. Brissett got a low 5, an emphatic smile from Watson as he handed him quarterback duties. Watson under center, blitz shown up the gut. Handoff goes to Chubb off the left side, cuts it back up off tackle. And he gets wrestled down at around the 27 by Travis Jones. Gain of 7, more time milked.
So this is an area where you can see the running back pop one, because what they're doing, we're seeing Roquan Smith blitz. They're doing run blitzes that puts everybody on the line. So if the running back is able to break through that first line, he's gonna almost go untouched into the end zone. Luckily that time one of the defensive linemen was able to hang on to make the tackle.
These are the most deliberate throwback huddles. They're coming in sequence. Nick Chubb, the deep back, play clock down to 8. Watson flutters the hands, raised up at shoulder height. 2nd down and 3, loaded front. Handoff to Chubb, explores the near left, cuts it up against the grain, rumbles into the secondary and gets felled at around the 23. Gain of 4. That's good for a 1st down. Marcus Williams tripped him up, and under 6 minutes clock rolling.
We hear the 4-minute offense where it's run the ball, run the clock. The 6-minute offense is the same thing, plus 2 minutes.
Well, in this case, the pacing that you were on, and you had kind of called it from before the game. We have seen so much rolling clock during the course of today. Nick Chubb, the deep back. Watson angles up, saddling under center. 1st down and 10 at Baltimore's 22, 13-3 Cleveland. Handoff to Chubb. Tries to explode up the right side. Goes into the clutches of a Raven. And bulldozes him down at the 19. That's a gain of a hard 3. 5:18 clock rolls.
Baltimore starting to use their timeouts.
With 2nd and 7, it was Malik Harrison on the wrong side of that contact. Chubb gets a low 5 as he shakes his right wrist gently, jogging off to the sideline. So a timeout called by the Ravens. Each team has 2. The Browns have a 13-3 lead. 5:19 to go in the fourth quarter. It's never okay to drive stoned. You put yourself and others in danger. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI, paid for by NHTSA.
You know, if you get a win, you have some fun, and that's what Cleveland's trying to do here, so you can have some fun. If somebody took a picture in that 30-second timeout, somebody ran off on the sideline and put a jacket on Deshaun Watson for about 20 seconds and then took it off. I'm like, really? Is that warming you up? 20 seconds to have that on?
Just the gesture. It warms the heart. Feels like we're in a rom-com with all this snow going around. 2nd and 7 in the red zone at the Baltimore 19. Watson handoff and a vicious hit on Kareem Hunt as he approached the line of scrimmage. He got popped after a hard yard.
Oh, getting a little chippy.
Yeah, a little pushing and shoving and some yelling thereafter. Broderick Washington had delivered that hit. Now the officials intercede and split up the conversation.
Another timeout by Baltimore. Here comes the water bottles and the jacket for Deshaun Watson.
He can feel the warmth now with 3rd down and 6. And we can perhaps share with him the hot cocoa after the game today. 5:14 to go in the fourth quarter. A 13-3 Cleveland lead that might get, it feels like this is 4 or 5 scores with how the game has gone and how difficult it's been for Baltimore to gain any true offensive traction.
Absolutely. And I think Cleveland will keep it safe here, and if they have to attempt another field goal to try and get up again 2 touchdowns instead of a field goal and a touchdown, I think that's what they'll do. They'll try nothing dangerous here. A run, a draw, a quarterback run, a screen. It'll be something pretty simple.
3rd down and 6. Cleveland at Baltimore's 18. Watson under center. Takes the snap, play fake. He's shaping up to throw. Pocket holds, he pumps, he's hit, he's down. Brent Urban pierced into the backfield and then got some help as they push Watson down at about the 27. That'll be a loss of 9, 4th down.
See, that I disagree with. You just added 9 yards to a field goal with the last time your kicker hooked it. Now, you do have the wind at your back, and it's still certainly a makeable field goal. It's going to be, about a 47-yarder right in that area there. But, that costs you 9 yards. That's one where Deshaun Watson needs to be a little smarter and kind of toss that one away.
Cade York, who's hit from 47 to 23, missed badly from 38 his last time. A right-to-left kick, 46-yard try in the far right hash. Up 13-3 as it stands. Snap clean, spot good. Right-footed kick is in the air. Excellent distance. And this one is no good. He misses again. A 2nd straight miss for the rookie, and it's still a 10-point game. Cleveland 13, Baltimore 3, 4:24 to go in the 4th. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's time to gear up for the holiday season. Head over to NFLShop.com today for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Will they find a home? Sponsored by Geico. Steve is intrigued by the paranormal.
Otherworldly spirits really make a house a home, you know?
Janice has different taste.
I'd like my house to not be haunted.
Compromise is tough, but these two won't have to compromise when they bundle home and car insurance with Geico. It's easy, and they could save even more. In the end, Steve and Janice found a renovated Victorian that's only haunted from 9 to 5.
Okay, wife's home. You're gonna bounce.
Bye, Steve.
Bundling without compromise at geico.com.
A reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcers Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner each and every Sunday on NFL Game Day morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL Network. So the math here in Cleveland is not good for the co-leaders of the division in the Baltimore Ravens. 4:24 to go in the fourth quarter. Cleveland leads at 13-3. Ravens begin a drive as they are set up at their own 36-yard line.
Down to one timeout. You mentioned 4:24 to go. There's time. The field goal can come first. If you need a field goal and a touchdown, certainly you'd like to get the touchdown, and you'd like to get it quick. So the ball is going to have to start to get pushed downfield here pretty soon.
Keep in mind the Ravens haven't had a touchdown from a wide receiver since week 3. Out of the pistol depth, Huntley. Play fake to Hill. That doesn't dupe anybody. Pumping, rolling to the near right. Pumps again, tries to zip it upfield and runs into the clutches of Myles Garrett, who swallows him up and throws him down ragdoll fashion, shy of the 30. It'll be a loss of 6.5.
He was looking for Deshaun Watson going straight down the middle of the field, but both safeties back there had him covered. He had nowhere to really throw the ball.
So now 2nd and 16, ball spotted at the 30. Hill remains the running back. We haven't seen Dobbins for some time. Shotgun snap, quick drop, pump, step up, and again it's Garrett who latches on and thunders him down to the ground at the 29. Loss of a yard. Alex Wright helped him out.
Starting to get that good push on the D line. May have to start getting Huntley outside. That last play, he needed to throw the ball away and not lose yards to keep the clock running. Here, the pressure just got all over him pretty quick.
Spotted at the 28. It's 3rd and long. 3rd down almost doesn't matter. Granted time and score. Under 3.5, fourth quarter. Shotgun snap, locked left side. Huntley steps up. He throws a little behind his tight end. Mark Andrews makes the catch. Takes a hit, 32. Stumbles to the 33. Up the left sideline. Tripped up by Deion Jones. Now they get about 4.5. And it looks like we might have another timeout here.
Yeah, they took their last timeout. It's going to be 4th and about 12 or 13. So it's a ball game right here. Cleveland can get a stop.
Well, the final timeout used by the Ravens. The Browns still have 2, and Cleveland enjoys a 13-3 lead.
Yeah, this offense for Baltimore looked good early running the ball, but then they got forced into the passing game now and certainly hasn't looked very good.
Well, and you were saying on the walk over that you have felt that Cincinnati is on the rise and likely on the edge of trying to knock off Baltimore. This is a huge swing game.
Listen, you have the one-time MVP and Lamar Jackson is just an incredible weapon on the shelf. You have a Cincinnati team that's explosive and got their best player back in Jamar Chase. I know people say Joe Burrow, but Jamar Chase is unbelievable. He's back from being nicked up. So, I think they're definitely arrow up on them.
Ravens empty from the 33 on 4th and 13. Huntley, deep shot right side. Tip nearly intercepted. Knocked down by Denzel Ward as he looked for James Crochet at the 40 in Browns territory. They turn him over on downs. It's Cleveland ball with 3:06 to go. That's definitely a Pepto-Bismol upsetting moment. Pepto-Bismol coats and soothes for fast 5-symptom relief. For nausea, heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea, or upset stomach, use Pepto-Bismol. Fast relief when you need it most.
Would have been Denzel Ward's 2nd interception. It actually saved them a lot of yards. Would have looked good for the stat sheet to have 2 interceptions, no doubt about it, but they'd have lost a lot of yards considering where they were. Denzel Ward with couple of interceptions this year. Would have been his 3rd, 2nd of the game.
Well, they bring in Drew Forbes as a fullback, the 6'5", 308-pound offensive lineman. Watson under center. Chubb the deep back at the Ravens 33. 1st and 10, handoff to Chubb. Loops it out to the near left, turns it upfield, chips off the first hitter, and gets silenced and brought down at around the 27-yard line. Make it about 6. Malik Harrison had the hit. Every Westwood One football broadcast this season is now available on all Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports. You'll be taken straight to the action. That's Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa.
It's all fun and game for Cleveland. I just saw on the sidelines Denzel Ward doing push-ups because he dropped that interception. And all his DBs around him making sure he did all those push-ups.
Count it out, clap it out as the Browns break huddle. They're looking at their third win in 4 games. Forbes remains the lead fullback. Handoff again to Chubb off the right side, and he explodes upfield at the 20 to the 15. Roquan Smith was in his way, and he thundered through. Chipped down at around the 16, make it a gain of 11.
Gain of 11, that makes it his 16th rush for over 10 yards in the fourth quarter. Again, that's number 1 in the NFL. That's a guy kind of like Derrick Henry that seems to get stronger as the game goes on. Now, Derrick Henry does it by himself. Chubb at least gets some relief from Kareem Hunt.
And by the way, as we hit the 2-minute warning, Chubb is now at 99 yards. At the 2-minute warning, Cleveland 13, Baltimore 3. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $79.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
Need to hire? Indeed will help scout some fresh talent for you. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. The moment you post a sponsored job, you'll get instantly matched with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your job description. And you will only pay for applications that meet your job's must-have requirements. Flag those that don't, and they'll be replaced for free with another candidate on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/crack.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations.
Repeat after me. We are filled with an abundance of joy.
We are filled with an abundance of joy.
Also an abundance of questions. Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service to help answer questions and resolve claims quickly.
Good thing Geico has 24/7 claim service.
We are also filled with an abundance of biscuits.
We are also filled with, I don't think it works this way.
Oh, and jam. Don't forget jam.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nail the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
2 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens 16. It's a 13-3 Cleveland lead. John Sadak, Mike Golick, our Westwood One crew. Cleveland has not known a deficit in the game. The Ravens have endured their worst deficit of the season. And Nick Chubb is a yard shy of 100. Kareem Hunt is in it, running back victory formation. Deshaun Watson takes a bent knee. The Ravens are paralyzed to stop the clock as they have no timeouts under 2 minutes, and the final seconds begin to drift.
So I've been in a position like this where my team were not going to the playoffs. Now, again, Cleveland not mathematically eliminated, but I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think they're making the playoffs. But the satisfaction you get of not only beating somebody going for a division crown, but your division, you're in your division, that you can knock them off. That's a great feeling. I was talking to Kevin Stefanski before the game. I just asked him how things are going. He said, everything always goes better with a win.
Another victory formation bent knee for Deshaun Watson. 1:20 remaining. As the seconds continue to fade, this Browns club looking at its third win in 4 games. And indeed an impactful victory it would be within the confine of the division. This is a series that's been dominated by the Ravens, who had won 23 of 28, though the Browns did take the matchup almost a calendar year ago in this stadium.
I really wish Nick Chubb would get one more yard. He's gone 6 straight games against him in 8 of his last 9 without gaining 100 yards, and he's not going to get it tonight here either.
47 seconds left. Watson under center, victory formation. 43 seconds with one on the play clock. Watson The bent knee, and then he shows the football to the crowd. A fist bump to the stands as he roars up at the skies. The sidelines spill out. The final 30 seconds fade away as the Cleveland Browns are going to top the Baltimore Ravens here at First Energy Stadium. A 13-3 final as Cleveland bests Baltimore on a snowy Saturday afternoon.
30 runs, 28 passes. That's an excellent split for a team. I thought they would have more runs, but Deshaun Watson getting more comfortable. This was his best completion percentage day of the 3 starts. It was in the 50s. The first game, the last game was just under 62%. This one just over 64%. So starting to come along. Nothing really crazy down the field. A lot of play action and short passes, but coming together a little more.
And so the Browns defense that turned him over on downs multiple times. Special teams a critical part of the day with 4 field goals gone awry, 3 clean misses between the 2 squads, plus a block and some failed opportunities. Part of the story early, but the Browns able to persevere, and the touchdown in the third quarter critical in this game today.
Huge. Missed a couple of field goals. They do score 13. They're about 10 below their season average. But you're playing against a Baltimore defense that's basically, that's second against the run, third against yards per carry, 8th in scoring. So, it's a very good defense that Cleveland won against today.
And so this Ravens team that had been hot, winning a lot of games in close fashion, had not known a deficit larger than 7 points on the year. The final here today is a 2-score, 10-point difference, 13-3.
So the big question again for them is going to be Lamar Jackson. When is he going to be able to come back? I think they're still going to fall behind Cincinnati, but I think they'll still be in the playoffs. It's just a matter if you're winning the division or a wild card.
And we'd like to welcome in Denzel Ward, starting corner for the Cleveland Browns, victorious today, 13-3 against the Baltimore Ravens. John Sadak, Mike Golick up here in the booth. Thank you for joining us.
I appreciate it. Glad to be here.
So congratulations to you on the win. You hold this Ravens club that averages a little over 20 points per game to just a field goal. What did you see from your defensive unit today?
It was just great overall defense. The focus was getting 11 hats to the ball. We knew they were going to run the ball, and that was going to be the force. So we were just trying to get everybody running to the ball, making plays, and we were able to take the ball away.
I know the season record-wise hasn't been what you wanted, so talk about the preparation during the week and where your team has been mentally.
Yeah, it's about just staying focused in the week, taking it 1 week at a time still. Yeah, our record isn't what we wanted to be, but like I said, just taking it a week at a time and taking it from there.
So you dropped that second interception. How many push-ups? I was watching you do them on the sideline. How many did you have to do?
Man, I should still be doing them right now.
You had a couple of pass defenses today. The snow has been swirling for a good part of the day. We saw kicks perhaps somewhat interfered with that. What was it just like as an environment down there to not only be in a winning side, but also in the chill of a true Cleveland December environment?
That's it right there. This is Cleveland. Cleveland weather, Cleveland game. We love it. So it was a great game. Glad we got the win.
Well, Denzel, thank you so much. Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
That is Denzel Ward. A couple of passes defended. He had 3 tackles. He had a pick. Nearly had that second pick and some fun from his teammate.
Yeah, he should still be doing push-ups. He should. They say that's why you're a DB, because you don't have the hands when you drop something like that. But a really nice win for Cleveland. Something to build on. Defense played better than we've seen some during the year, albeit it was against a backup quarterback. But doesn't matter. You play against who's on the field, and they were very successful tonight.
So now it brings us to time to select the Geico drive of the game. What do you got?
Well, that 91-yard drive, I mean, that put them up 13-3. It made the biggest deficit, as you had mentioned, that Baltimore has faced all year. It's never been more than 7 points. It was aided in the first part of the drive on a third down. Baltimore could have got off the field, but they had the face. I think it was Justin Houston had the face mask penalty that kept that drive going, and then credit Cleveland going the rest of the way. They got in the red zone. They got to double-digit plays on the drive. Twice before it was field goals. This time they put it in the end zone to put themselves up those 2 scores.
And that's the drive of the game, sponsored by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Having a home is hard work, so get a quote at geico.com. Easy. 13-3, the final, as the Browns best the Ravens on this snowy Saturday in Cleveland. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
It's time to gear up for the holiday season. Head over to NFLShop.com today for the largest collection of officially licensed gear from all your favorite brands. NFL Shop is your ultimate gifting destination for jerseys, t-shirts, headwear, and more. Take your game day style to the next level with the best selection of NFL gear anywhere. Show off your team pride this holiday season with styles fit for the whole family. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com.
Hurry into Ram Power Days and experience the raw power of the Ram 3500. With available best-in-class torque and towing among 350 3500 pickups when properly equipped. Strap yourself in for one powerful ride in the Ram TRX. With the most horsepower of any gas pickup ever built. Or the Ram 1500, awarded #1 in driver appeal among light-duty pickups by J.D. Power 3 years in a row. Hurry into Ram Power Days going on now. For J.D. Power 2022 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. One device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for detail.
With a Peppermint Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. You're welcome. They're so rich and creamy, a straw just won't cut it. And finishing one, it's not something you could speed through. So check your watch. Is it Frosty time yet? And by that, we mean, is it time for a moment with just you and your Frosty kicking back and doing whatever goes best with the chillest treat of the season? These Peppermint Frosty treats are going fast, so when it's time for Frosty time, choose wisely, choose Wendy's.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think of calling for a ride, but nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. The results of driving drunk are tragic. That's why law enforcement is out there looking for impaired drivers to save lives. So if you think you're okay to drive after a few drinks, think again. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Welcome on back to Cleveland. The chill is felt. The snow continues to fall. Light flurries litter the landscape. Final score, Cleveland 13, Baltimore 3. Ravens never know a lead in the game, as special teams were a giant part of it today, Mike Golick. Justin Tucker with a couple of misfires on field goals in one game for the first time in 4 years. He missed a 48-yarder wide. He had a 50-yarder blocked that you thought was a little low.
Yeah, I do. The block by Elliott for the Browns, he did not make penetration, got right in between the guard and the snapper, and then just jumped, and the ball hit him in the forearm. So it actually hit him lower on the arm, not like on the fingertips. So, yeah, I think it was a little low. We've had between the two kickers 3 misses and a blocked kick. So not the best kicking day. I know it was a little windy. The snow started falling a bit, but kudos to the Browns. You know, there are times when, you know, your season is not going the way you want, and what's your motivation? You know, is it start to be self-preservation for the non-stars of the team of, am I playing for a new contract? Am I playing to stay on this team? You know, what am I playing for? How much am I still invested? You find that out. You find out if somebody has a U-Haul hitched to the car, you know, coming to the end of the season, if you're not going to make the playoffs. But this was an all-around excellent team effort tonight by Cleveland. For some reason, I'm picturing Clark Griswold in the station wagon right now. So the running game for Cleveland was such a necessity for the bulk of the year. The weird number was 171 yards rushing or more. They were 5-3. Below that, they were 0-5. They failed to reach that today, but Deshaun Watson was fairly efficient. 18 of 28, only 161 yards, but a touchdown, a big improvised run during the course of the game, and it felt like he got better as the game went on. You know, you look at it in the first half, they almost doubled them up pass to run, which was a little surprising, but it ended up 30 runs, 28 passes. So it evened out. So I was a little surprised there wasn't more running, but I think they want to get Deshaun Watson more reps of not just handing the ball off. him running the ball, him rolling out, him running on scrambles, him passing the ball. So I think it was more growth for him. And as I said earlier, it was his best completion percentage number of the 3 games he started.
Well, it's time now to select the Wendy's player of the game. What do you think?
Well, I'm going to go with Nick Chubb. At the end of the day, this is a running team. I was a little bummed he didn't get to that 100-yard mark. It had been a while. Baltimore doesn't give up 100-yard rushers, and he hadn't done it in his last 6 tries against Baltimore. 1 yard away, 21 carries for 99 yards, averaged 4.7 yards per carry, and that's the identity of the Cleveland Browns. When healthy on that line, they have one of the better offensive lines. You know they're going to run the ball. They don't try and fool you a whole lot. But I think you're seeing what the Browns fans are going to see in the future with Deshaun Watson. You're more able to have that another runner in the backfield with him, or that play action guy, or the guy that can keep a play going. So I think for them, the goal for the rest of the season is keep building on that and see where you are by the end of the year. And I think the Browns and their fans will be like, okay, this could be really good coming back next year.
And so the Browns' Nick Chubb, the player of the game, sponsored by Wendy's with a peppermint frosty. It's time to enjoy yourself this holiday. It's built in. They're so rich and creamy. They're basically made for relaxing. So when it's frosty time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. And when you're looking forward for these two teams, what stands out with the stretch run to come in this season?
Well, I think you have to stick with Baltimore because I don't think Cleveland is going to make the playoffs. So you look at Baltimore, and we'll see what Cincinnati does tomorrow. They're playing, I believe, Tampa Bay, and with Tampa Bay's offense can barely do anything. So I would be stunned if Cincy doesn't win that game. But this is the NFL. And then Cincinnati has New England and a home game against Buffalo before they close out the season with Baltimore. And Baltimore has the Falcons, the Steelers, and then the Bengals. So I think by the end of this weekend, if Cincinnati takes care of business, they'll be a game ahead. But remember, Baltimore did win that first game of the season, and they'll meet the last week of the season. That's why I love the divisional matchups that are in Week 18, especially when there's going to be something on the line. And they're very well. There's a huge difference of a home playoff game and having to go on the road without question.
And, of course, the number one concern when you're speaking of the Ravens moving forward will be the health of Lamar Jackson. But there were 2 injuries today that could ripple. Marcus Peters left and was out the rest of the way with a calf injury. He walked with a significant limp and looked very frustrated. And Calais Campbell left in the later stage of the game as well.
Yeah, he went into the locker room as well and didn't come back. And with Peters, that certainly wasn't a cramp. That's not keeping you out of a game. So there was something more to that. So you see, and this is something that you look for at the end of the year. It's attrition. Can you be healthy? Are you getting healthier or are you losing players? So how long are those 2 out? How much longer is Lamar out? And it's going to be on Tyler Huntley to get in these games and maybe have to throw the ball more. So it's more trepidation on the Baltimore side than, as I said before, the Cincinnati side, where kind of like last year, they're kind of hitting their stride later in the season and becoming that strong contender again.
One of the images that stood out to me at the late stage of the game, once it was essentially cemented in the final minutes, Tyler Huntley on the sideline, shoulders slumped, jacket covering his entire body, kind of isolated by himself, seemingly running through moments of the game about as crestfallen and dejected as one could look.
So you look at them, and as we talked about, 2 close wins in the last 2 weeks, but that doesn't matter. You'll break down the film and you go through mistakes there, but the win's a win. But if you're going forward with Tyler Huntley, it's a team that wants to run the ball anyway. But just like I said, you have good running backs. But when you have Lamar Jackson, that's an extra runner, a guy who can throw the ball and get on the run, kind of like we're talking about with Deshaun Watson. But Lamar's even a better runner than that. So now you take that away. And if you start to get in a deficit like they got their biggest one today and you have to throw the ball, it's an area they're really not used to right now.
Well, my friend, the holidays came early for me. I'm a longtime fan on many levels of your work, both in talk and on games.
I appreciate it.
It was a joy to be with you.
A lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Now we got to go make our snowman.
That's right. That's right. And maybe some hot cocoa.
Uh-huh.
Right now, we're going to send it back to our man, Scott Graham. He's got the marshmallows in the Progressive Insurance Studios. Progressive Insurance gives you protection on the phone, online, or on the app 24/7 because things happen 24/7. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Scott?
All right, guys, the marshmallows are here. The hot cocoa is ready whenever it is that you get back to the studio. But for right now, we're going to take a look back at this ball game. And You had a Baltimore Ravens team that was coming in, defying a lot of the odds with an injured quarterback, but talk about a team that, while everybody was giving the death knell to, still had the first place spot inside the AFC North, and winners out of six out of seven, I should say, having already beaten Cleveland once this year. This ball game was going to be a quick ball game because both teams wanted to run the football, and we weren't going to see a whole lot of scoring in this ball game as well. First big drive of the ball game, as it turned out, it was a long one for the Baltimore Ravens, a 10-play drive, went 59 yards, and ultimately ended up going down to the Cleveland 7-yard line. They got turned away on downs. This was a common theme throughout this game. Cleveland didn't get much on their first drive of the game, but on the second drive, a 14-play, 64-yard drive, they ultimately got within range to get on the board. And Cade York hit on a 47-yard field goal early in the second quarter to make this a 3-0 ball game. Baltimore answered back when Justin Tucker hit on a 53-yard field goal. That came at the 5:31 mark of the second quarter and evened the game at 3 apiece. York hit again, and this was at the end of an extended drive for Cleveland. Again, the idea in mind of being able to move the ball down the field, but perhaps not be able to punch it into the end zone, was fairly common in this game. York hitting on a 23-yard field goal just under the 2-minute warning before halftime, and it was a 6-3 game. Now, Baltimore did get into range, and in the closing seconds of the first half, they gave it to Justin Tucker, Mr. Automatic, right? Well, he missed on a 48-yard field goal attempt. He went to halftime with Cleveland on top by a score of 6-3. Ultimately, Baltimore got another extended drive, and this was a problem for them tonight. They not only turned it over on downs on their first drive, but in the third quarter, after an extended drive, they turned it over once again as they were knocking on the door to try to take the lead.
Huntley out of the gun. Near hash, press shown near side, soft far side. Huntley flings it far side, quick slant, and it's ripped away and picked off. It was in the hands of Deshaun Jackson, and Denzel Ward rips it free. An interception at the 10-yard line. It's Cleveland ball.
Red zone turnover in a huge situation in the ballgame at the midway point of the third quarter, and once again, as Baltimore could either get even or take the lead in the ballgame, they couldn't get it done. And off this turnover, Cleveland got productive. Taking over at their own 9-yard line, they put together a workman-like drive. Deshaun Watson moving them down the field, bit by bit, piece by piece, over a little bit better than 6 minutes. He had an opportunity for David Njoku in the right corner of the end zone, but couldn't get it to him. But then one play later, it was finally time for the audible highlight of the game.
They work out of the gun. Motion Peoples-Jones into the backfield, split backfield. Watson, 5-step drop, looking left. He slings it left. Peoples-Jones, he's in, standing up, touchdown! The touchdown pass from Deshaun Watson to Donovan Peoples-Jones from 3 yards out. And Cleveland expands its lead. It's 12-3.
That is the highlight of the game, sponsored by Audible. Audible is where you'll find the best stories on sports and entertainment. It's the home of storytelling. Listen to audiobooks, originals, and podcasts, including The Rich Eisen Show. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com. So finally a touchdown in this ball game, which on a day like today seems kind of funny. But we finally did see the end zone, and it came at the 2:10 mark of the third quarter. Now, Baltimore is going to have more opportunities to be able to get back into this ball game despite trailing by 10. And they saw some frustration today that you don't see very often, because on a drive where they had a chance to be able to get back to within one score, the almost unthinkable happened for the Ravens kicker.
We await the snap. On the far left hash, snap clean, spot true, right foot. A kick is blocked! It's loose, rolling up toward midfield, and the sliding kicker, Justin Tucker, collects it at the 46-yard line. Cleveland blocks the field goal try. A second misfire for Tucker and company with Baltimore.
A second misfire for Justin Tucker. You know the last time that happened? 4 years ago. It's not something that happens very often, but you got to go back to the 2018 season for the last time Justin Tucker lined up for a field goal twice in a game and did not cash in. You get to the fourth quarter of this ball game, and you are right in the Browns' sweet spot, because Nick Chubb is the running back with more rushing yards in the National Football League in the fourth quarter than any other. So the Browns were able to chew up lots of clock. They were able to hold on to possession. That time of possession, they did win on the night, 33-27 over Baltimore. And when the Ravens had one final opportunity to see if they could figure out a way to keep this game alive, still down by 2 scores, the Cleveland defense stood tall.
They break huddle. There's only 1 second on the play clock. They just get the snap off. Huntley rolling to his right. He fires on the run, off balance, diving near the sideline. Ball incomplete. Not brought in cleanly, in bounds. Greg Newsome II was there in coverage, and they turn him over on downs. Cleveland ball up 13-3.
And once again, Baltimore never did raise a fight offensively in this ball game, putting up just 3 points on the game. The Cleveland Brown defense standing tall, and even though they were outgained in the game, 324 to 283 yards, Cleveland walks out with a victory by a score of 13-3. With that, the Ravens fall to 9-5, giving Cincinnati an opportunity to take over the division lead at their game at Tampa tomorrow. The Cleveland Browns, yes, still alive right now. We'll see how this one ends up turning out. They are still alive in the playoff race, and Cleveland is now 6-8. 13-3, the final score in this one, and we saw the light snow falling in this one as well. And got a game coming up for you at the top of the hour where the folks on the other bank of Lake Erie are probably thinking, well, that was cute because they got a lot more snow in Buffalo today. We also had a game before this one, and this is a game that everybody is going to be talking about for a long, long time. We're going to look back at the Minnesota-Indianapolis game, game 1 of our triple header in just a moment. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
So I switched to Boost Mobile and got this free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone.
Why do you think they call it the Galaxy?
Maybe because the Samsung Galaxy A23 has a huge screen, and galaxies are huge gravitationally bound systems of stars rotating around a supermassive black hole.
And the phone is free?
When you switch to Boost Mobile.
Cool. You lost me at gravitationally bound.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. Limited time offer while supplies last. New customers only. Excludes tax. 1 device offer per line. Only available on certain networks. 5G not available everywhere. Additional restrictions apply. See your local Boost Mobile store for details.
O'Reilly.
Don't risk getting stranded with a bad battery. Our professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts will test your battery for free. If your battery does need to be replaced, we'll help you find the best battery for your vehicle and your budget. Don't wait until your battery is dead. Get it tested for free today at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
The Russian war in Ukraine is robbing many children of a normal life and their chance to enjoy the festive season like everyone else. To help them, Shazam this song and donate to the Olena Zaleska Foundation. Scroll down, open YouTube video, and follow the link in the description.
This is it. The putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth. With visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR, planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your processes and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite is a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/touchdown. Head to netsuite.com/touchdown for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/touchdown.
Welcome back to the postgame show here on Westwood One. Game number 2 of our triple header, won by the Cleveland Browns over Baltimore 13-3. Game number 1 took place today in Minnesota. I want to circle the date because, as I said, this is a date that will be remembered in both those cities and in the National Football League for a long time. The word epic comes to mind. You wouldn't have thought so. Indianapolis coming into this game at 4-8-1, the Minnesota Vikings at 10-3, and Minnesota trying to figure out a way to wrap up a division crown. All they had to do was get a victory today. However, it was an awful lot harder than you would have expected. Indianapolis took an early lead in this game on a field goal at the 9-11 mark of the first quarter, so a 3-0 ball game. They also lost Jonathan Taylor, one of their biggest offensive weapons, on that very first drive. However, about a minute later, things started to get a little bit more interesting.
Ryan Wright, the rookie out of Tulane, is on to punt. Dallas Flowers standing back around the 15. Punt is blocked. High in the air, caught out of the air by JoJo Doman. Down the left sideline, into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The kick was blocked out of the air and snagged by Doman, who takes it in for 6. A special team score, and Indianapolis adds to the lead.
Ryan Radke right here on Westwood 1. With the extra point, it was 10-0, but we're still at the midway point of the first quarter, so what could possibly go wrong here for Minnesota? They're going to get it back on track, aren't they? No, they're not, because the next time Indianapolis had the ball, still in the first quarter of this game, they put together a 7-play, 66-yard drive, and suddenly this deficit for Minnesota got a lot bigger.
3 receivers left. Ryan under center, takes the snap, back to pass, swings it out right side. Caught by Jackson, walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan with an